Welcome everyone to part 3 of our Expedition Online Mini, Piedra del Sol. Shane, how'd I do?
Piedra del Sol.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to get it. Even my part 4 is probably just going to keep getting worse. So, I'm Jonathan Nikes. With me tonight in the commentator's booth from Season 2 of Expedition Online, we have Daniel Fletcher. How's it going, Daniel?
It's good. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. We're excited to have you on the other side of the game, watching people. You were watching all day yesterday. What are your thoughts of being on this side of the game?
It's a lot less stressful over here. It's nice to be able to just kind of sit back and silently judge people while they're making strategic moves that are as good or better than the ones I would have been making.
Right? I feel like I'm a lot better of a player from this side of the game than I am actually in the game. Also with us tonight, once again, we've got our showrunner, Shane Burr. How's it going, Shane?
Good. How are you? I'm excited to see how everything plays out.
Oh, me too. We had a crazy day 1. Part 1 and part 2 were absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't seen them, go check them out first, because today is going to be absolutely insane. Just to get you guys all caught up, day 1 started with a double crossroads where players were voted out of their party instead of voted out of their out of the game. Daniel, you saw that in Season 2. That can really mix up the game, can't it? As we saw Gideon get voted out in Season 2.
Yeah, it can really mix up the game, and it also can mess with your head when you're one of the people that wrote their name down, because as much as you always want to be a nice person to somebody on their way out, you don't really think about the ramifications of that person still being in the game.
No, and both players voted out in those crossroads are still very much prominent players and have made quite a splash in the game. They started with quite a bump up as they were given a half compass and exemption. And Shane, both players used that to absolute full capacity, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them, they came in, they're targeted right away, but they haven't. I mean, Carl has been targeted, and he saved himself brilliantly with some compass plays. Bill hasn't really had his name come up too much, so he's been doing a good job reintegrating into the game despite the initial hiccup that he had.
Absolutely. First crossroads where we did see a player go out. Unfortunately, we saw back-to-back crossroads really where the challenges really came into play. As Harmony was voted out first, and then Greg. Daniel, in a mini like this, there's not really a lot to go on. The challenges really, especially early on, are big, aren't they?
I think, the biggest difference I've seen from the mini as compared to the longer format is just that the first excuse you can get to vote someone out, that's just going to be what it is. And those two things are usually going to be either messing up in a challenge or just happening to not be in one of the breakout rooms.
Yeah, absolutely. The littlest things can cost you in a long-form game. In a mini version, I mean, it's just that much more crucial. Absolutely anything. And unfortunately, Gabby just not really getting the right challenges. And here in the Gabby vote out, Shane, is where we saw, I'm still saying, probably one of the best plays that we've seen in a mini to date, as Carl secures the plan to vote out Gabby, who, again, was not doing very well in some of the challenges, then goes to Gabby and convinces her to give him half the compass. Quite a play by Carl, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially because if Gabby had the foresight, she could have done the opposite to Carl, convinced Carl, give me your half compass, now I have a full compass and I can save myself now or later.
Yeah.
But what was really brilliant about Carl's move is that he did it, and not too many people realize he did that. And it's a huge resume move, but when people don't know you did that, that's great. You can fly under the radar a little bit, not be as threatening. Although I don't know, because Carl's threatening for other reasons. So.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Carl has been a force to be reckoned with. That was, he ends up putting the two half compasses together, getting a full compass. That comes right into play as he gets into a bad situation after the flop. After the swap, he's into a 5-2 situation where him and Kara are swapped onto the other side, but he's able to use that compass right away and make a big play, wasn't he? I didn't really throw that at someone.
Huge play.
Absolutely, and I mean, Daniel, in your season, you ended up in the majority of the numbers. I mean, you can talk to how important that can be and how luck can really play into this game when it comes to a swap.
Yeah, I mean, I was swapped not only with the numbers, but with my two biggest allies in the game. So that's obviously a huge advantage at that point. And, you know, I think that time between the swap and the rendezvous is probably the most crucial part of the game, because that's when a lot of really big power players can get out. And I've always thought that's the best time to make a big move for your resume, because you can do something flash, you can change the game, and it's before the rendezvous, so you don't have to worry about the ramifications of that person being pissed and being on the jury.
Absolutely, and I mean, and that's exactly what happened, as Carl would be targeted in yet another double crossroads. In this situation, Daniel, unfortunately, so in this one, Carl would end up receiving the majority votes, 3 votes, and then there would be a tie vote between Will and Daniel. And this is where mayhem breaks out, as Daniel and Carl have had this animosity towards each other since the get-go, since meeting each other, playful at times, absolutely serious at times, as they are as much rivals as it gets. And that comes on full blown at Crossroads, didn't it, Shane?
Oh yeah, what a fight that was. Ultimately, the vote was between Will and Daniel, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like it was between Daniel and Carl.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned yesterday, Will had to step in and say, look, like, it's not Carl, it's me on the block. Don't associate me with Carl. Vote against Daniel, but, like, I'm not Carl.
Yeah, Will actually does a great job of kind of separating himself while also making a great point for himself. Will has done a great job in these crossroads, night and day from what we saw in season 2, Daniel? From Will, I mean, we only saw him in the one crossroads, unfortunately, but he's really come to play in these.
Yeah, I mean, I think he came to play in our season 2, and that was actually his big issue there. And so this is a cool format for him, because everybody's come to play so much. So the fact that he's ready to play hard isn't going to make him this big target immediately. I think the thing I was most excited for this season was seeing what Will had to offer us, because I think he had a ton of promise in our season, but honestly, the first boot's so random and it just kind of happened to be him that I'm excited we're going to see him go a little further.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really just a bad day 0 from Will, which was, and it, you know, he's just never really able to pick it up in that. But onto this game, I mean, I'm really looking to Will to kind of step up, use a lot of that survivor knowledge that he has. We're stepping into the rendezvous, and that's where moves are to be made, and Will's definitely put himself into a spot there. But moving on to the other party, we had Qua. Unfortunately, matter of circumstances, wasn't as Shane as Trey, Denise, and Keith looking to kind of make a relationship with Trey, but because of the Expedition Online Season 1 connection, decided to take out Qua instead of Katie. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it actually looked like Garrett initially was going to be the obvious vote, because him and Trey were the only two that were from their original party and made it to the swap. But it ended up being a 3-2-1 vote, which is pretty surprising and a tough way for Qua to go out. But I do think he was targeted as, you know, this strategic threat that come a rendezvous, which is on all their minds. You don't really want him around.
Yeah, Quad's kind of shown his cards in a sense that everyone knows that he's very strategic mind, he's very smart, but he's also a little bit robotic in these games, and you know, that's scary, especially once you get to a rendezvous, which, you know, to point players have managed to keep Qua from getting really deep into the game, where he can kind of make these big moves that we all know that he's capable of. So probably a good move by these players, but a little unfortunate to see Qua go in that fashion. And then in the next crossroads, unfortunately, Carl again shows up with a compass. He has a half compass of his own, and then Bill decides to make a huge splash in the game. Daniel, what do you think? Bill knows that his half compass is about to expire, as it's expiring at the rendezvous. Decides to shake it up and give it to Carl. Now, the majority of the votes do end up going on to Kara, but what do you think of that move by Bill, keeping around a player like Carl?
I think it's a good idea. I think that, you know, you want to look for people that can be shields. I think a big mistake people make in some of these games is taking out threats too early, and then all of a sudden you're the biggest threat, and making a big move at 9 or 10 doesn't do you a ton of good if you go out 5th or 6th. So keeping him around a bit, and since the half compass is about to expire, the only thing that's worth him at that point is that he can gain somebody's trust. It's absolutely useless to him after that. So why not make something happen with it?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've talked a lot about Carl in this game. There's a couple other players though that are really playing fantastic games to this point. Just to name a couple, I want to point out Trey, who Trey has been just an advantage magnet to this point, where he is just bringing in advantage after advantage, isn't he, Shane?
Oh yeah. Because one of the things in this game, and in any time there's a mini in this format, it moves so fast, your eyes always need to be looking around for anything that looks out of the ordinary. And we had talked about during the tissue toss, there was this advantage dump, and Trey took advantage of that, saw the post, found an advantage. Then there were some other advantage clues that were hidden in some of the chats on the Discord server, and Gray took advantage of that, and he found compasses and half compasses.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel, who's kind of stood out to you to this point? I mean, I know that a lot of these players are new to you, whereas Shane and I have watched them play 1, 2, even 3 times, some of them. What are your thoughts? Who's kind of standing out as the front runner going into Rendezvous today?
Sure. So the obvious answer would be Carl, but I think we've sufficiently covered Carl at this point. The other one is who you guys were just talking about. If I had to take a pick to win right now, I'd say Trey. I think he has that good combination of playing a really solid game. If he gets to the end, he'll have plenty to say while not being this huge, obvious threat. I'd also like to, this is just something for my season, but I want to give a bit of a shout out to Garrett too. He came in, and I don't think he had as many connections to a lot of the other people on the tribe, and he straddled that line of being involved and talking to people without overdoing it and kind of being obnoxious or something like that. As you were saying, he was sort of an obvious vote, but managed to save himself there and shift it onto Qua. So I'm not sure if he quite has a social capital yet to win at the end, but if he could make a couple moves and get deep in the game, I think Garrett could make some noise.
Yeah, that's actually a great sneaky pick. He's partnering up a little bit with Trey right now, which is interesting. They're with another duo in Denise and Keith. Denise and Keith are also playing a really strong game, but they haven't really separated themselves at all. And with the way that they're in a Final Four of Big Brother Online right now, so I actually don't really see them separating themselves at all anyway. So if you can end up in a Final 3 with Denise and Keith, you might be in a really good spot. Shane knows all about vote splitting and how that can work to your benefit. So I think today is gonna be absolutely interesting. Part 3 should be what sets the tone, and then part 4 is where we're gonna see things come down. So without wasting any more time, I'm sure Anthony is just chomping at the bit to get things going. So let's turn things over to the host of Piedra del Sol, Anthony Brandolfino. Take it away.
All right, everybody. Welcome to day 2. We are not yet at a rendezvous point. Were you expecting that, or what do you think? You're expecting? Trey, tell us about your expectation for a rendezvous.
It's just 10 seems like such a good number. It's not too late to change your mind. You could still do that.
You think should I change that?
I think you can still do it if you want to. If you really want to, you can do it.
Keith, should I change my mind? What do you think?
Everybody wants in the rendezvous.
You should definitely change your mind.
Mute it. Wait, I'm going to mute you. I think that's on me because I did mute you before. 1 second, my friend. There you go. Try it again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you want a rendezvous?
We should rendezvous like now.
Rendezvous? You think we should rendezvous? Guess what? We're going to rendezvous. We are rendezvous. You are one party.
There they go.
Congratulations. You are all now members of the Equinox party.
Equinox, I can say that.
Kind of a cool thing.
There we go.
Guess what? As part of the rendezvous party, you are also part of the jury. Should you get voted out between now and the final ascent, so that's kind of another pat on your own back that you can get, another badge that you can wear. Just as a reminder, any half compasses that you have found are now expired. So if you are the holder of any half compass, that is expired, and that's that. How are you feeling? What do you make of this, Carl? What do you make of this party? You were on one party, you were voted off to the other party, you survived that party. You're here. What do you think? Tell us about your.
I'm so happy that we rendezvoused, because if we had one more round I was gone. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. Thank God. Thank God. That was hell.
Unless he find another compass somehow.
Rich, he's had good luck so far.
All right. Garrett, what do you make of this whole rendezvous party now that you're here? I feel like we didn't hear from you much last night. Could have been my own doing, but tell us your assessment of this party. Are you surprised that you're still here? Tell us.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised. I've gotten quite a few votes already, so I'm just along for the ride. I think the rendezvous is the best thing for me because that means there's more names that can get more votes than just mine. So fingers crossed that this gives me a little more space to move.
Interesting. Now, Will, I'm going to go to you because, you've shared it out loud. You were one of the points that you made about your own game and presence in this game is that you may not have as much in the way of pre-existing relationships. How does that work to your advantage or your detriment, that you think?
I mean, it's all with how it's all how other people are playing it. If they want to establish on pre-existing relationships that were not made during this, then I'm a very easy target.
Mm-hmm.
But that also means I would be a free vote as well for that, since I don't have anything before that. So it just depends on how everyone else is playing. But it has me worried. I've been worried this entire game, so why would this change it?
Yeah. So target, free agent. I guess we'll see how that pans out for you. Shall we get to our first challenge?
Favorite season.
All right. Here's what you need. You need either a whiteboard or some pieces of paper, and you need something to write with.
Okay.
It's trivia time.
All right, this challenge is called What a Year. It is a trivia challenge, and I will be asking you questions that have to do with the events that happened between May 1st of 2020 and May 2nd of 2021. Okay. So world affairs that have happened in between those two dates. I'm seeing some uneasy faces in there. Hopefully you've paid attention to the news. I mean, we've all been home for the past year. What news can happen, right? I guess we will see. Ready for it?
I've only been watching Expedition Online.
Carl, you look frozen. Do me a favor, just give me a sign of life so I know you can hear me. Awesome. There you are. Cool. All right. Here we go, my friends. Question number one. The player, obviously, with the correct number of answers at the end of this game wins Inception. Number one. On April 9th,
if you haven't
Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, passed away at the age of 99. In what European country was Prince Philip born? I'll give you a hint. It was not the United Kingdom or any of its constituent countries. I'll say that question one more time. On April 9th, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, passed away at the age of 99. In what European country was Prince Philip born? It was not the United Kingdom or any of its constituent countries. When you're done, just hold it up. Don't expose your answer.
Right away.
Just give me a thumbs up that you're ready, and then I'll tell you.
Buckingham Palace is in England, I assume. Right. I'm just assuming, too. I don't even know for sure. Yeah. Scotland? Or is that one of the constituents?
That's a constituent.
Oh, damn it.
Waiting on a thumbs up from Denise, it looks like.
I'm going to say South America.
I feel like it's like Austria or something.
I'm not going to answer because I'm looking at the answer key, so that would be cheating.
All right, we got a thumbs up. 3, 2, 1, let's reveal. He was age 99, and he was born in...
We got some good guesses here.
Greece.
Oh.
I don't see the correct...
Carl, what'd you say there? I can't see.
No one went with the right answer.
Ophir.
Carl did not write an answer?
I wrote London. I was wrong, but I'll just write real big for now.
London is not a country.
All right, so nobody gets any.
I think London is wrong for literally every single stipulation given.
Number 2. Wanted as one of the greatest.
There's so many clues it wasn't London.
Which Argentinian soccer player and coach who led the 1986 World Cup team from Argentina to victory died at the age of 60 on November 25th, 2020.
Did you already answer?
One more time. Lauded as one of the greatest players in the history of his sport, which Argentinian soccer player and coach who led the 1986 World Cup team from Argentina to victory died at the age of 60 on November 25th, 2020. We got thumbs up from Jamie, thumbs up from Katie,
TV.
Trey. We got one from Garrett, from
Maybe
Denise.
Movies. I'm more of a TV guy than
a
movies.
few other. Will, good. Looks like we're waiting on Ryan, Bill, and Carl. Bill, all set? Awesome. Let's reveal in 3, 2, 1.
I like Trey's answer.
The correct answer is not Pele. It is actually none of these. The correct answer is Diego Maradona.
Nobody got it.
Diego
Really,
Those
guys?
sports people.
Oh, Diego Maradona. That's
It
who.
is soccer, so.
Arguably the
This is
greatest
going to be
player of all time.
a long challenge.
You're all tied.
I'm looking at Carl. Carl should have had that. Carl's a big sports
There's
guy.
that as well.
He was wearing a sports jersey yesterday.
Yeah.
Number 3. Here we go.
Right
Kamala
now,
Harris was
isn't that,
elected Vice
isn't he wearing the
President of the United States, making her
headband
the
right
first
now?
woman, first African American, and first Asian American
football,
Vice
but-
President in American history. In what country was Kamala Harris's mother born? In what country was Kamala Harris's mother
Oh,
born?
this is America specific. I'm calling foul.
Philippines, maybe? I don't know. I'm American and I don't really know it, so.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
Ryan's got a thumbs up.
Right now, Denise
Maybe.
is at a disadvantage.
Thumbs up and a
I guess
shoulder
everyone
shrug.
else
We
is
got a
from
thumbs
America.
up from, or I don't know, maybe that's a.
Denise does not look happy.
No.
I don't know. We got a thumbs up from Carl, Garrett, Trey.
I mean, she
Katie,
should know who
Wayne,
Kamala Harris
Jamie,
is.
Keith,
That's
and
everyone
Bill.
should know who that is, but.
Will obviously looking a little uneasy. All right, just waiting on Keith. Keith's got a thumbs up. All right, everybody, let's reveal in 3, 2,
I don't
and
know where her
1.
mother is from.
The correct answer is India. So, with that being said, hold up your answers.
India. We got a couple right answers. Here we go.
Ryan.
Yeah, Bill
Ryan's
and
got it
Point
right.
for Bill. A
Ryan,
point for
Katie, and Bill.
And
On the
that's
board.
everything. Awesome. 1 point Bill, 1 point Katie, 1 point Ryan.
That's good.
Here
If we got
go,
shut
number
out of
4.
this,
10 questions total.
no one
by the
gets
way.
attention.
On March
Just-
7th, the interview in which Oprah Winfrey sat down with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry aired in the United States. What is Meghan and Harry's son's first name?
Is it
What
Archie?
is Meghan and Harry's son's first name?
I think that sounds right.
Or is that the
Wow, I
other
guess-
one? Is that
These are not
Will's?
softballs, huh? All right.
I'm trying to go. I'm just
Meghan
thinking
and
of like
Harry's
standing
son's
at the
first name. We
convenience
got a
store looking
thumbs
at
up
those
from Garrett.
magazines, like you know the headlines. It's always about them.
Yeah.
So I feel
We
like
got a
Archie's
thumbs
the
down
answer.
from Will. Thumbs up from Jay.
Will does not
We
look
got a thumbs
confident.
up from Ryan. Trey looking somewhat ready.
And I even
Wait,
watched
on
that thing
Keith,
against my
Bill,
will.
Denise, and Katie.
I did not. I'm trying to think of what it would take me to have watched that, and I don't know.
Bill got something. What is Meghan and Harry's son's first name? Let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah, I think they only have one. Oh
The
my God.
correct answer
Archie's out there.
is Archie.
Oh,
So if you got that
it
correct,
right.
you
I'm on the
got
board.
Trey.
that sign. Who was it? Trey? That's it, right?
I'm-
Trey on the board with 1 point.
Well, and John.
I knew it
we have
when
to
you
count
showed the
you.
answer.
Once again, what'd you say?
I knew it when you showed the answer.
Of course, yeah, it always happens. Right? Girl, Katie, Ryan, and Trey all on the board with
That's a
1
great
point.
name.
Number 5.
For
Though they
a
will
child,
still be
like,
referred
that's
to as the
A+.
2020 Olympics, the Summer Games were delayed until summer 2021. Which city is hosting these Olympic Games?
Tokyo.
Which city
Apparently
is
no
hosting
one.
the
Yeah, right.
2020
Yeah, Tokyo.
Summer Games that are occurring in 2021?
Daniel, why are we in this comp? We did actually be.
Right? I could win trivia for the first time in my life.
Got a thumbs
I
up
never
from
win
Carl,
trivia,
from
ever.
Bill, from Katie,
Not
Ryan,
a
Trey,
trivia guy.
Garrett, and Will. Waiting on Jay, Keith, and Denise.
I actually win it a fair amount, but not because of me.
City
I just
that's
have friends who
hosting
are really
the
good at it, and I
2020
kind of sit there drinking beer.
Oh,
Games that are being
you
held
got a
in
good group. That's what it's about.
2021.
Yeah, exactly. Play smarter.
Yeah,
See
I'm
that
only
thumbs
good
up
at like
from Keith, just
Survivor
waiting on
trivia
Denise.
and science
And let's
trivia.
reveal
Other than
in
that,
3,
not much.
2, and 1.
Right,
That city is Tokyo,
Looks like everyone's
Japan. Do
hitting
me a
it.
favor, hold up your.
Everyone
looks like
knows
almost
about the
everybody got it.
Olympics.
Carl, did you get it?
The Olympics and Survivor do
Can't
seem
see
like
Carl
they're kind
frozen.
of like that they would cross a lot of people's
Carl is very frozen. Does anybody see Carl?
I don't
just
have.
random
have it. Thank
sports
you.
with random
Yep.
people. It,
Thank you.
it just seems
Am I
like
frozen?
Now you're
Survivor
good.
kind of thing.
Now you're good. Okay, you got to be honest with me because I just lost track of the score. Jamie, you have 1. Katie,
Oh,
you
great.
now have 1 or 2.
Remind them that we have video
2,
evidence
thank
if they
you.
lie
Okay.
to us.
Keith 1, Ryan 2, Trey 2, Will 1.
I'll stop
Okay.
the stream right
Bill,
now.
Katie, Ryan, Trey, y'all have 2 points. Denise, Garrett, Jamie, Keith, and Will, y'all got 1. Carl, still waiting to get on the board here. Number 6, which author?
Carl didn't get that
of
one either.
popular
Carl's not getting
children's
any of the
books,
sports
Beezus
ones.
and
What's going on?
Ramona and Henry Huggins died on March 25th at the age of 104. Which author of popular children's books Beezus and Ramona and Henry Huggins died on March 25th at the age of 104? Looking for a children's
Roald
author.
Dahl, maybe?
104.
Who died at
Lisa Ramona, we got
104? I
Carl
guess that's notable, so that's fair.
with a thumbs up.
We've
got Katie, Jamie.
Carl gets this one, and he
thumbs up,
doesn't get the
Denise
sports
as
one.
well.
Like, I'm leaving.
That would be something.
Bill looks like he's ready. Waiting on. Okay, Garrett's ready. Waiting on Ryan, Trey, Keith. Will is ready. Trey is ready. All right. All right. Looks like everybody's ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's reveal.
Sad face.
The correct answer.
Judy Blume, Dr.
I don't
Seuss.
see that anybody has it unless.
Hey, Roald Dahl. Someone guessed the same
It's
thing I did.
Beverly
at least.
Cleary.
Dr. Seuss was in the
Anybody have
news, but not.
No.
Beverly Cleary.
All right. Nobody. Oh, go read some Beverly Cleary. Ah,
Beverly
breaking my
Cleary. I've never even
7-year-old
heard
heart.
that name.
It
Number
sounds
7.
familiar, but I can't.
What'd you
like,
say?
put it-
I saw
don't
the
know
Beasts and
what-
Ramona movie.
All right. There we go. This one's multiple choice, so hopefully you got a one
There
in
you
3
go.
shot. Number 7.
It's my kind of test.
Pfizer, Moderna, or AstraZeneca.
Oh my god.
Which brand of vaccine did Margaret Keenan, a British grandmother who was the first recipient of a COVID-19 shot worldwide, receive on December 8th? Of Pfizer, Moderna, or
I
AstraZeneca?
have no clue.
Which brand of
on
vaccine
my
did
first day
Margaret
of high
Keenan,
school,
a British
I had a
grandmother
teacher
who was the first recipient
who told me
of
if
a
you don't know
COVID-19
the
shot
answer to a
worldwide,
multiple
receive
choice
on
question,
December 8th.
always pick C.
Thumbs up from Carl.
Because
Can you repeat the choice?
higher percentage of the answers are always
Pfizer,
C. I'm going with C.
Moderna, or AstraZeneca?
All right, so you're going AstraZeneca.
Zeneca it
Thumbs
is.
up from Jamie. Thumbs up from
I'll go with
Carl,
Pfizer. I got some of the
Denise,
Pfizer
Garrett,
going through
Bill's
my
ready,
my
Katie,
bloodstream right
Ryan,
now.
Trey, everybody's
Gotta
ready. Let's
will.
reveal in 3, 2,
Yeah.
and
I'm
1.
thinking it's Pfizer or Moderna, but not.
Do me a favor.
AstraZeneca.
Keep
I'm sticking
your
with my answer.
boards up if you answered Pfizer.
Oh.
Oh, you
Right.
got it.
All right, we got a point
There
for
you go.
Bill,
You have to
Fire.
spell it
a
right.
point for Katie,
Oh, they both spelled it right too.
and a point for Trey. Here's the score
That's both of the
update.
same
3
way, at
3
least.
points. We have Bill, Katie, and Trey. 2 points, Ryan,
I feel
and
like Bill's in the
following
lead
people at
here.
1 point. Will, Keith, Jamie,
He's
Garrett, Denise,
tied
Carl.
with
Still
Katie
waiting
and Trey.
for that
Oh,
first point. Number
he
8.
just said that. didn't
On July 3rd, 2020, which streaming service released a film version of the original Broadway production, Hamilton? On July 3rd,
Disney Plus.
which streaming
Was
service
it Disney?
released a film version of the original Broadway production, Hamilton? We have a thumbs up from Katie,
I should probably watch that.
thumbs up
A lot
from
of people
Garrett,
talk
thumbs up
about
from
Hamilton.
Bill, thumbs up from Trey.
It's worth
We got a
it.
thumbs up from Ryan and Will, and Keith and Denise just waiting on Jamie and Carl.
I should know this.
Which streaming service released Hamilton on July 3rd?
Let's take a shot. There's only like
Waiting on
6 prominent ones.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some interesting faces. I can't
We
wait
can
to
get
see
rid of
what
all
she
the
says.
sports ones.
All right, let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1. Do me a favor.
Oh, I think she stumbled
Keep it
across the
up
right
if
answer.
You said Disney Plus. I will accept Disney. So that's
How do you not write an
and
answer?
like
Did Denise not write an answer?
everyone except
I'm
for
gonna go ahead.
Carl and Denise. Just
Oh,
hold them on
sweet.
up. Bill, you get a
Is
point.
Carl still not on the board?
Garrett, Jamie,
I don't
Katie,
think so.
Keith,
Yeah, no.
Ryan, Trey, and Will.
Someone tell him it's not golf.
Nice. All right, here we go. Number 9. In May of 2020, which ominously named invasive species of insect native to Asia was reported to have been spotted in the United States for the first time? In May of 2020, which ominously named
Is that the killer
invasive
bees?
species of insect native to Asia
Murder
was
hornet?
reported to have been
Murder
spotted
hornet.
in the United
That's what
States
it was.
for the first time.
And I'm also curious
We got a
here
thumbs
if
up from Jamie,
Carl
a thumbs
is
up from Kate.
intentionally
We have a thumbs up
throwing
from
the
Trey,
challenge or not.
thumbs up from
Someone
Carl,
tells me no.
Denise as well.
but
Will is
if he
ready.
were,
Ryan
it'd
is
be a
ready.
good
Garrett's
strategy
ready.
to get
Bill
the
and
target
Keith.
off him because he has a big
Yeah.
target coming.
So he could get like 1 or 2 right and
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
don't think he's.
Well, if he knows he's not going to win,
That's
then
an
getting
uncommon
none right
thumbs up there.
does make him seem
Everybody
like,
ready?
you know,
Revealing 3, 2,
there's
and
a little
1.
strategy in there.
We got murder hornets. Murder
still not
hornets.
guessing.
So if you
Denise
put
needs to
murder
watch
hornets, please keep your screen up. Jamie, let me give you the point. You now have 3. Katie, now with 5. We've got Ryan
Wow, Katie's
with
killing it.
4. And Trey also with 5. So before I ask this last question,
So
we've
Bill
got
falls a point behind that.
Carl, 0 points. Denise on the board with
I don't
1.
feel like
We've
that
got
needed to be
Garrett,
said.
Keith, and Will with 2. Jamie, you've got 3. We've got Ryan and Bill with 4. Katie and Trey tied with 5. Here we go.
How many
Number
questions
10.
we got left?
At the 2021 Academy Awards,
This is it?
Chloe Zhao became
Unless
the
there's a
second woman to
tiebreaker,
win
yeah.
Katie or
Best
Trey, get
Director
ready.
for her work on which film, which also won Best Picture for the year. In 2021, at the 2021 Academy Awards, Chloe Zhao became only the second woman to win Best Director for her work on which film, which also won Best Picture for the year. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Garrett's ready. Trey is ready. We've got Jay, Keith, all with thumbs up. Bill, Carl, you're ready. Waiting on.
Even if I do, I haven't
Katie
usually watched the ones that are
and
nominated.
Will's giving me a thumbs down, so I don't know if that means.
Hyped to see if Carl gets it or
Just
if he
waiting on
has the
Katie.
donut.
This would be a big point for Carl.
Yeah.
We're really
I'd say
looking
it
at
was a
Trey and
pretty
Katie here.
captivating
If one of
movie.
those two get it
Yeah.
right,
Let's reveal in
it's
3,
over.
2, and 1.
Trey looks
The
confident.
correct
Okay, right?
answer is Nomadland.
And he's got it.
And
Trey
with
is the
that,
winner.
Got it. Did
Trey
Katie get it?
has
No.
one exemption. He is the exemption for the rendezvous vote.
Good for
It
Trey.
is 4:43. Tell you what, head
On a
on
roll.
back to your shelter.
Trey needs to be careful
Get
about
to
his
know each other.
throw.
You've got until the
Oh,
top
yeah.
of the I'm giving you 17 whole minutes.
If people don't
to
already
prepare
know
for
that
this
Trey
vote.
is good
See
at
you
these
at Crossroads
competitions,
at
then
5
this was a
p.m.
good
Eastern.
indicator.
Bye.
Anyone who watched the last mini should already know that Trey is not to be messed with in these comps.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
a
if
great
they
player.
don't realize that, then they should have watched that minute for no other reason to scope out your
Yeah, I see a forest.
Right?
Yeah, I think people are trying to figure out because it just got formed, so everyone's kind of thrown off.
God.
Well,
Suck
welcome. Congrats on making the rendezvous,
Yeah, we did
everybody.
What's up, man?
I see everybody
Sounds
still.
Oh, they jumped right into a split here.
But,
The no shelter
yeah.
is really
So we have
gotten things off.
What's
I
been
got
good?
like 0 right on.
It's a good idea.
What's been good on the other team, Jai?
Yeah, we might have
It's like,
accidentally
this is our first time
stumbled
being on the
into a
same
good
team.
idea here.
You know what?
100%
As Carl can tell you, it was crazy. It
Did
was,
stuff get played? Because like
I'm
that's
telling
not
you, dude, I was dead meat, dude.
What'd you say?
yeah,
Huh?
Oh,
Said
no,
I was dead meat on next drive.
yeah. Carl, tell him what you did.
Okay, well, so I'll tell you, when I got voted out the first time, they gave me exemption and a half a idol. And I got Gabby had a half. Gabby gave me a half idol. I made a whole idol. And then they tried to vote me out, and I played an idol. And then I got gifted another half idol, and I got someone to give me another half idol, and then they tried to vote me out again, and I played another fucking idol. And then, no, dude.
People
I'm just
trust
telling
you.
you.
Let's go, Carl.
Wait, is that
All right,
is that how
I'm gonna go to
Daniel-
the field. I'm going to the field.
Yes, that's how Daniel went.
Oh,
Daniel
my
went
God.
out because Daniel, Keith,
Oh.
Keith, don't get rid of me, dude.
Is that I don't know what's happening. Mike, you gotta wait. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I thought they're gonna say both of our names at this point because everybody's leaving.
A lot thrown around. Garrett, I know that originally, we had talked about working together with
Yeah.
Ryan and whatnot, but I know Ryan. I've heard that there's been some back and forth between the two of you throwing out each other's name. I don't know if that's true. I know.
Well,
I didn't
I
like-
threw out his name at the vote because he rubbed me the wrong way when I asked if he knew anyone on the other tribe, and then he just didn't answer the question. So I was like, well, how much does he actually want to play this with me? If he's just gonna keep all his cards close to his chest, so I still think that in terms of long term, I don't think that Ryan wants to work the game all the way to the end. That's just the vibe I've got.
I feel like what's the point of hiding anything? I mean, we're all open books. This has been online. It's not like you can't look back and see things, So
Yeah, that's kind of why he rubbed me the wrong way. Is that it seemed like he had a couple hidden connections that he was trying to keep under wraps, which is fair, but that means you're not in my game if you're keeping it under wraps, Like,
Right.
that's how I see it.
so
I'd be fine with Ryan, in my opinion.
So to kind of fill you in on the last two crossroads we had, it was
Same what's happening here.
Sort of the
they're talking about Carl.
Yeah,
and
we're
Garrett.
Yeah.
we're both
of the votes. Bill seems to want to
His
go
game,
Garrett.
Our time was very sort of,
interesting.
of passive and kind of lazy, which sort of annoyed me simply because we had a 5 that was, and we were in the original tribe together, and just between winning challenges and luck during the
Talking about the past mini right now
tribe switch,
with Garrett.
that
Where Garrett and Bill
5
went
that
to the
we
end.
hooked up first day were the final 5. And he was always, Garrett was always, it cracked me up because we'd sort of run around and stuff, and he was like, I'm going to go sit in the shelter, and you guys just tell me who to vote for at the end. And which is he did, and I was the guy who went around and herded cats.
Gotcha.
And made sure everybody was on the same page. And I mean, he won because of that, because he just kicked back, and when we got to the merge, got to chat with the other tribe while I was an idiot trying to find someone. So I mean, he's a very good player. He's obviously adjusted his strategy. I mean, with those being the 2 names out there, I mean, I would lean towards Garrett, and I don't know where Trey and Denise, you were thinking of Garrett was on the other side of the aisle. So I may just have stuck my foot in it, but
I haven't worked much with Garrett, so I don't know what you think, Trey.
Yeah, it was just that last vote. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I've always like even early on, like he was kind of the leader and the spearheader along with Jay. And like somebody like him, he slips to the end easily, and then all of a sudden you're sitting in the finals with him, and it's just like, how do you get here? Especially after he won.
Spending a lot of time.
And also just with, I don't necessarily trust him with votes or whatnot, because multiple times when he voted me out in our season, and then with Carl and in the Greg vote, he let something slip that if someone who had an idol was on the outs or compass, they could have played it and something bad could happen. Just like oh yeah, we heard multiple stuff around. Just like you're scaring people. Why don't do that?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't trust working with them as well.
Gotcha.
Were any of
what other people are saying?
Daniel, what's Carl, Jay, and Garrett saying?
All right.
They just started talking. Garrett's throwing out.
Garrett and I and Katie talked about it. So I think that
other group
if we could
Garrett.
rally around that,
Katie
you got my word on it, Carl. I'm
Ryan,
not writing your name down.
Carl seems to be willing to
Hey, listen, that's all over and done with. Let's put that in the past. Let's move forward. You know,
Yeah.
Right?
That's just kind of how.
In my defense, I never actually promised you I wouldn't.
You did it. You did it. I just know that.
But I got you here.
I wanna. Today's a new day.
Today is a new day.
You too, Garrett. We gotta stick together too. You know, we got a common interest.
Yeah, definitely. It makes more sense for Carl and I not to vote for each other. If you all want to come for us, it's probably going to have to be with other people because our names keep coming up.
One again. You know, it's a new game. Like Carl just said, it's a new day. So
that's why that's what I think.
Smart move.
I'm with you on that.
All right.
I've been through the ringer, but yeah, I think so. You guys, Ryan's the name.
But you're like a freaking cat with 9 lives.
Carl's in an interesting position because he doesn't trust anybody, but he has to work with someone.
Right?
Yeah, as of now, it seems like the votes are Ryan and Garrett when a couple minutes ago, Carl got it off himself.
What are you hearing?
Yeah, now we've got Garrett in this room.
The name I threw out was Ryan. I just think that it makes the most sense for our game too, but for my game. So like he's an under the radar player. He's going to continue to be under the radar. I mean, it's up to you all what you all want to do, but that's the name I've tossed. What have you all been hearing?
Okay, so like if not Ryan though, but like who is that the only name that you've heard? There's no other. It's like I have not talked to Jai.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Will. I've never.
I was just telling them what you and Jay were telling me. So.
I haven't really heard any other name. Nope.
Oh,
Yeah, that was too many. We're only supposed to have 4.
They booed them.
I was about to say that I've heard Carl's name thrown out as well, but I saw Carl in the room, so I was kind of afraid to say it.
Yeah, no,
But-
I was just saying. I was just telling them what you and Jay were talking about for Ryan or Carl.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What do you all think? Is there a different plan you all have in mind? Because I'm down to roll with you all.
Yeah, Carl is, from what I know, Carl would be a bigger challenge threat than Ryan would be.
So you would rather do Carl?
We
Carl
have
also,
Bill and Trey forming
Carl
a
also said
solid
on the last
alliance
team that
right
he was going to
now.
be gone like next. So I'm
Sorry, what?
So I don't
Bill
know.
and Trey
I've been
are forming an alliance right
working
now. They're talking
a
about
fair
their past
amount
games
with
and how they both enjoyed
Ryan,
watching each other and they
Will,
want to work together.
and it was the three of us
Uh-huh.
who saved
Those are my
me.
people, man. Those
Really?
Will and Ryan. I really connected with them on the original, like our original tribes, or parties. So, that's perfect. That's great to hear.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You also know, I'll tell you this as a little secret.
A little secret.
Which may not be a secret. Hey, Jonathan. There is a big Brother Online contingent in here.
Oh, like
Yes,
what?
there is.
Who?
Me. And I'm giving you this as a sign of
Yeah,
trust.
just to keep in mind. That's great.
Me, Denise, Keith, Katie, Ryan.
Okay.
I think that's it. And actually,
How's Katie in that group?
it was. Were you there? What? Gabby and Harmony were also BBO. And I think they were the ones who voted me
Bill's
out
giving
first
Trey
round.
all the juice.
And I'm
right
hoping,
now.
like,
This is great.
the other four.
So are we? We're
Where are
going
these
to
four?
go Will and talk to people and see if that's
Where have they
consensus.
landed?
yes.
They're trying to settle on a name.
Alright.
It looks like it's Ryan or Jay that they're talking about.
Yeah. Ooh, Jamie. I haven't heard Jamie's
What-
name yet. That's interesting. Let's see what the forest is up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, Garrett
I
is
wanna
really
jump
campaigning
over
to
here real
keep.
quick.
Garrett
Sorry,
wants
Will,
Ryan,
yeah.
it seems. Yeah.
That name just switched like 8 times in the past 30 seconds.
Wow. Interesting. Looks like no one wants to settle in a room
Hello?
there. Where do I want to go? Let's see what the field's up to.
With
Will?
what? You're good with
Okay, I'm
Will?
down for Will too.
Oh my god, did this land on
Because your
Bill?
name
You
has
switched
obviously
it.
your name has been
Yeah, your
thrown
name's
around.
coming around a lot.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we just like.
And we're not down with that.
No,
We're not down with it.
This is the big
Just
brother
people.
contingent
Literally,
they
like
were
when I tell you,
talking
it's been
about.
thrown around. I'm pretty sure
It's been
whatever
With Bill.
when those two big groups were forming, whatever group you were not in, your name was thrown around.
You can't see Katie
I
here,
will
but
vote Will.
Katie's
I
sitting
will
there.
Okay.
absolutely do
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
let's
good
do
with Will.
it. Let's
Okay.
so many people.
Oh no, not
I will
Will.
say I was so sad when I was not on your tribe to start. All of you.
I got each other.
Right here, Bobby.
Yeah, us three, I'm
right
good
there,
with
right
for
here. You
sure.
see this on the screen.
I like this story. I think
I'm
Jamie
down
could
with that.
win
And I
this
think if
too.
we can get Katie and talk to Denise.
Yeah.
This could be
someone
tough for
to
Will.
jump
I'm not
in
sure
that
he
call
has
is
Yeah.
for in that
the
Yeah.
social connections to switch this over.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy how quickly it got
Let's
on
see.
him, and it seems like
Yeah, I think Will's a little bit
Garrett!
too passive of a player for
Someone
this
said my
last
name.
format, and it's hard for him to
It's
Say my
me.
name,
control a
Bill.
vote.
Bill,
Yeah,
you want to talk for a
man.
hot second?
Sure. Pick
All right,
a
I'm
place.
on by the lake.
it's bouncing around
That
a
sounds
lot
good.
here. Will needs to find himself in a good room.
Hi, Will.
Hey, I
Now
haven't
we
got a
Katie.
chance
How
to
are
talk to
you?
you yet.
Katie's just talking about
I've
voting him out.
spoken to Will, so like
Yeah,
I'm
he needs
down
to
with
find
that.
like Carl
Okay.
and Garrett.
I heard,
Yeah.
I heard Garrett's name getting thrown out, but that was like the first name I heard. So I
That's the
don't know.
first name I heard too, but then I never heard it
I
again.
heard
Though.
that myself.
Okay.
I've heard that too. I've heard Will. I'd be okay with that. I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Those are the two names I'm hearing. So,
Same.
Okay.
Ryan, what do you think? We were just in a room with him. That's, you know what I mean?
No, I'm
We only
fine.
saw 4 of
I mean,
them
all I've
throwing
heard
Will's
is
name
Will.
out. Do we know if they
So I'm fine
quite
with
have the
Will.
numbers, or could this
Well,
go like 6-4 or something?
Okay.
This could be
I've heard
really
both.
split because Jamie and
All right.
That's
Carl
what my
have
vote
just
is.
heard
That's
about that
what-
vote, and
Yeah,
along with
yeah, let's do
Trey.
that.
They've all
Cool,
agreed
cool.
to it, but I don't necessarily know because it seemed like they had another plan going.
How are you?
Oh, Jamie
Let's
and
see what
Denise.
Jay has to say
Hey,
here.
we have
Yeah.
3 minutes. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I've been hearing 2 names. Will and Garrett.
Okay, so I've been
Where'd Garrett come
hearing the same.
Okay, and
Daniel's
I
coming after your
heard Carl
season.
in the beginning, but then people were like, "No, there's
Too
no point."
dangerous.
Yeah.
So, which one of you? Like, I was okay with doing Will because I haven't spoken to Will, but
Yeah, and I honestly, I think Garrett might have something.
Yeah.
I mean, Will could potentially too,
Garrett
but
gets so much
I
credit.
think I'm gonna say Will.
Yeah.
Okay.
For things that
All right, let's
everyone
I
always
know-
thinks
I
Garrett
know,
has something.
I
Garrett's like so
think,
laid back and like
Carl
never-
said
just
Will.
always
Will
chilling,
said Will.
dancing whenever like he's in a room.
You know,
alone.
I've heard
Yeah.
people
But he
say
has this subtle way of
Keith and
controlling
Katie
the
told me
strategy,
Will. Oh, and
which
Ryan.
has worked
Okay.
for him
All right, then
before.
Will.
Yeah.
I don't know what
so
it
we're good.
is,
Okay,
but like
perfect.
I had never spoken a word to Garrett and was terrified of him come rendezvous with myself. Like I
think it's
was
Will.
like, I
think
want to get
Will's
to
one
do
of
that,
them.
and then he
Oh,
always
wait,
left.
do I need to
But,
leave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get it.
I don't know. Will was one of them, and then
Yeah, so this group over
trying to think of who
here,
else.
they're pushing Will.
Daniel voted for me.
Especially
Carl
Garrett's the
voted
one really
first
pushing
vote.
the Will vote.
And then
Wow, so
Sure,
Garrett
he's
has changed speeds
Swap,
now.
the two of them.
Smart. Garrett's a smart player, man.
Katie
He
that voted
really, because he was really pushing the Ryan thing.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was
Yeah.
digging in, and
Okay.
then now
We're
that
talking
I
it
guess
down.
he's realized that's not getting any weight.
Hey Ryan, what are you hearing?
Yeah, he's
And then I
dumb.
just heard
That's
Will
smart.
over in the
I
Trey,
heard
Denise,
Will,
Katie,
I
Keith
apparently
group,
heard
so,
my name is being
and
thrown
they're a
around,
minute
but
away
I
from
don't-
Crossroads.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I threw your name, but they
at
shut it down. they're not going for you, bro.
Let's see what Carl,
Well,
Jamie,
thank
and
you.
Will are
I
doing.
try to stay positive. You know,
Will's
you gotta
having
make
kind of
light
fight
out
in
of
there.
every situation.
And you
Will
know,
know his name's being thrown out.
I gotta say that in that revote last night when we took out Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, he is a firecracker, and
For
it's
nothing, he attacked. Did you hear like Jay?
Yeah.
That bothered me what he said last night. That I ruin every game.
and why is he? I mean, you were safe. There was no reason for him to be talking about you. He should have been. I mean, no
He
offense,
didn't
Will,
come
but
at me like that.
you.
This seems like
There
a
you go.
response for her.
Oh, let's let it come up organically. So yeah, I have my shirt on.
Oh,
My expedition
Crossroads time,
It doesn't
Crossroads.
look
Alright.
amazing.
Crossroads time, guys.
Time for Crossroads.
Well done, Trey. Well done. You can pick up your own merch at our website. Link in the bio.
Yeah, there may even be some discount codes too.
Yeah.
Always running promos.
Video for Ryan. And all right, here we are. Hello, Equinox Party. How are we doing? We've made the rendezvous. You can't hear me? Jay, can you not hear me? You can. Okay. All right. Well, I can't hear you, but only because I know you're muted. So that's that. Welcome to the world of the last year. All right, here we are. My first question, Bill. Carl, I'm going to direct this one to you. Bill, how are your shoulders feeling? Let's start with that. You're muted.
I hate that. I actually just told Ryan that he's a much smarter man than me for pulling out the ice packs because today has been misery.
Uh-oh.
I'm very psyched to be back, but ibuprofen is my friend today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My question to you and Carl is, now that you're here at the rendezvous, number one, are you surprised because you guys were the ones who were swapped? Essentially, you were the first boots from your parties. And number two, do you think that that's affecting how you're playing the game at all at this point?
I am pretty surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I thought with a new set of people, I would be able to get the target off my back, or I was hoping to get the target off my back by working with them and reestablishing relationships and establishing new relationships. And apparently up to now, I've been successful at that.
Okay.
We'll see. As to right now, new tribe, I take it as a whole new game.
Interesting. Carl, what about you? Same question. As somebody who was
Yesterday. That was yesterday. Today's today. What happened yesterday was old news. But yeah, I like the whole tribe thing. I got some more people I can talk to. You know what I mean? But that was yesterday and today's today.
Yeah. Denise, talk to me about, I gave everybody 17 minutes in the chats, which essentially for many is eternity. Tell me about what you had perceived had happened. Was there a lot of chaos? Was there not so much chaos? Was there a lot of us versus them? What is your perception of this party in that regard, having come back from that challenge?
It was a lot of like switching rooms. Like you could see people were like going all over the place. It was once one room opened and then it was a new group. And so it wasn't like, like certain groups just kind of sat there. It was a lot of scrambling and talking and trying to figure things out amongst both tribes put to one. So that was kind of nice.
Keith, talk to me about that, because when you signed on, you were like, I've never used Discord, there's a learning curve here. And then I saw you were like, channel full, what am I doing? Talk to me about how, what I say that luck and strategy have a part in this game. Do you think that technology does now too? Is that part of what you're contending with?
Yes, I feel like being new to this type of technology is definitely impacting, because as soon as you said the challenge was done, there was no shelter made. People hopped into rooms that had a maximum number, so I was left out. I was like, is my name being thrown out? Because technology issue. So it's definitely having a factor. But I think a lot of names were thrown like every which way. So I'm hoping that I will be okay. I feel like my name probably could be brought up, but I think everybody's names are up at this point.
Raise your hand if you think that your name was brought up at least once in the last 20 minutes. Will shot his hand up. Jay, you don't. Jay, let's start with Jay and then go to Will. Jay, interesting. You're in the minority here. You're muted. But tell us what do you think? What was your reaction to that question?
It has nothing to do with whether or not I think my name has been brought up or not. I don't know. It's like I would go like this, but then I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. I don't think I'm a huge target. I think there might be bigger fish to fry. I just hope that my name hasn't been thrown out there, and that I can trust the people that I was talking with throughout that scramble, like Denise said.
Will, you also had a pretty quick response to that. Why the quick response? And also, are you cold?
Yes, for some, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've just all of a sudden got real freezing. So hopefully people won't vote the person out who's just wearing a blanket right now. But whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's just with people who like a couple people who I haven't been able to been on a tribe a group with at all, is just then barely got to talk to them, not fully getting to reconnect with other people. It's like if it is luck, me knowing I have bad luck, there's like, oh, that name, my name will probably be thrown out. Hopefully, they just misheard it for Bill. Sorry, Bill. But that's my hoping right now.
Luck is a really interesting thing, and the four people that I've yet to speak to, Katie, it seemed like it was a matter of luck for that last question. You came up, you were tied with Trey, and just that last question was just luck of the draw as to what kind of question. Would you say that you have good luck at this point, bad luck, and how is that faring into your game?
I don't know. I'm always nervous at Crossroads, and especially when it's the first rendezvous one. You don't know where anyone stands really. So it's like, I don't know. You can never like, Trey's the only one that can feel safe right now. So
yeah, we're getting in. Garrett, what about you as far as luck? Good luck, bad luck, and how is that factoring into your game?
Yeah, this game's definitely a lot of luck because of the speed, and you just don't get to talk to everybody. So it's also built on just trusting people that you don't talk to, that they have your back when you're not able to talk with them. And I think that I have enough trust with the people that I've been able to talk to that I feel pretty good about where I'm at. But obviously there's a lot of idols out there, and there's a lot of different agendas. So, definitely a lot of luck for this vote for sure.
Ryan, let's go to you talking about, we go from luck to trust. Do you have people that you can trust so far? And are those people that you have played with or not so much yet? Talk to me about how that's factoring in. We have strategy, we have luck, and of course we have trust. So I'd like to hear your perspective on how trust is factoring in.
Yeah, I definitely have people that I trust. Just with Rendezvous happening, there are people who I haven't been able to work with. So it's a delicate balance between spending your time getting to know these people, but also trusting in the people that you've been talking to. So, that 17 minutes was kind of a blur, just trying to make sure I at least talked to everyone once. So, all you have in this game is trust.
Yeah. And of course, it must be nice to be Trey at this point, having one exemption. Trey's like, yeah. What were those 17 minutes like for you? You know that you can't be touched at this point. Were they still stressful? Do you know where you stand? Do you have an idea of what's about to happen?
Yeah, so the mistake I see a lot of people make when they win exemption is like they use it to kick back and relax. But I mean, next Crossroads, I could be like in their position right now. So I need to make I've been making a conscious choice to make sure I talk to everyone and don't let the mistake of safety sacrifice for actually engaging with people who need you, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's nice to have the safety, but at the same time, there is still the conscious pressure of making sure that you have your foot in the door.
Interesting. Rendezvous votes are often interesting, and I am very interested to see the shape that this vote takes. I'm going to open the floor. If there's anyone who has anything to say, now is your time to do so. Go ahead, Jamie.
I just want to do hashtag rendezvous.
Rendezvous. Who's the rendezvous? I like it. I like it. Mods, remember that one. Anybody else, anything to say? No? All right, at this point, do me a favor. Send me the name of the person you would like to vote out of this party.
All right, Shane, first rendezvous vote here. Oh, Daniel's back. First rendezvous vote here. What do we think? As usual, players not really looking to give up a whole lot of information during Crossroads, are they?
I'm thinking Will, just because that's the last name I heard, and when it's so fast-paced, you kind of go with the last name you heard. But there were so many names coming up. At one point, it was Carl versus Garrett versus Ryan, and then Will's name came up, and I think it's going to stick.
Yeah, it was crazy because I thought Will was playing really under the radar, and like you said, his name didn't pop up for a lot of that, and then finally when it did at the end, it was almost too late for him really to do a whole lot about it. I mean, he could have tried to make a bigger splash, I guess, at Crossroads, but if you don't know 100% it's you, then you don't really want to make too much of a splash during Crossroads, do you, Daniel? Just in case it's on the fence, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so rare that votes change at Crossroads absent either some huge piece of information coming out or an advantage being played or something like that. So I don't know if I can really blame him for not doing more Crossroads. I'm not sure if he knows it's going to be him, but I think a lot of times at the rendezvous vote, that first one, people want, some of the bigger players want like a quote unquote easier vote, which is someone who's been playing more under the radar. So I think Will might just be kind of on the wrong side of that right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a situation where, if he gets through this vote, then, then people are going to start looking at the Carls, the Treys, the Ryans. All those votes were prominent. Garrett. But it looked like, people were a little bit unsure, and maybe are settling on a quieter player in Will. But let's see how this plays out. Looks like Anthony's got the votes. Take it over.
If anybody has anything to play, any advantages, etc., now is your time to do so. Okay, I'll go ahead and read the votes. First vote is for Garrett.
Okay.
Next vote is for Will. Third vote is for Garrett. Fourth vote is for Will. That's 2 votes Garrett, 2 votes Will.
Not unanimous.
Next vote is for Will.
Oh, God.
Next vote is for Will.
I didn't want to see Garrett go either.
Seventh
But I
vote
really wanted to see Will
is for Will.
Show his
and the next vote,
here.
And that'll do it. Will, I'm so sorry. It is your time. You've been voted out. Anything to say, my friend? Nope, nothing. All right, do me a favor. Stick around. We'll talk to you for a couple minutes. Everybody else, please head on back to your shelter. Get your blindfold ready. Get your blindfold ready.
Which shows, because the last couple times when he was feeling the heat of Crossroads, he really made a point of going out of his way. This time he didn't, so definitely showing a little bit of stun. I thought Will was playing a really great game. Definitely.
Gotta send Bill to Bill.
Definitely
Bill,
kind
I
of
mean, I
wiped
think he
out
would
what
have.
happened.
He had
Go to
some
your
work
room.
to do today to have a strong pace, but he was
Will,
fine.
how you doing? Sorry about that.
Let's hear from him.
It's fine. I mean, I expected it.
Yeah, you were, for somebody who came in, you were like, I'm the first one. I don't have much in the way of relationships, and that I think. Do you think that kind of had to do with this at this point, or what do you think happened?
No clue. I mean, I didn't get to talk with everyone that I wanted to for it, and I do think pre-existing relationships had a hand of like, all right, they've worked together with other stuff. I know Carl's been targeting me since he got back onto my tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not surprised by it at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope you had fun. Will, it was great to see you play. Nice to have you have a familial connection in this community, so it's kind of nice to see that all happen as well. And we're glad that your brother introduced you to us. So stick around. You are, of course, part of our jury, so we will see you. This is not the last that we will see of you tonight. And yeah, that's it. Thanks very much. I hope you had fun.
Will goes on to be the jury captain. I'm sure he will take that job seriously, and we'll keep that jury in line. Shame to see him go so early. Hopefully we'll see him again because, like I said, I really liked what he was doing in some of the earlier crossroads, and it looked like he just didn't really get the hint that it was him this time and was trying to stay low key. So let's slide on over into the back over to the shelter here and see how the players are reacting.
So does anybody? So who voted? Who was the votes for Will? I'm guessing one was probably
Jamie,
Garrett.
getting right to the meat and potatoes.
I mean, sorry. Who was the vote for Will?
Yeah, she wants.
Well, there was two. There was two.
Yeah, I definitely voted for Will.
Garrett, did you vote for yourself? Challenge room. Let's do this.
Oh my god.
God, by the bell. Jesus.
Challenge.
Look, y'all.
I wonder who that other vote was. Because sorry, go ahead, Gary.
I was just gonna say throwing a rogue vote out there is a complete Garrett move. So you normally think it was him, but it obviously can't be in this case. So I also think it's probably funny for him to be on the other side of that and be like, "Oh, this sucks! Like, why did I do that to someone?"
Right? The snake got snaked. I wonder if he'll be able to sniff it out. Yeah, that's for sure.
How many minutes are there in a year? Does anybody know?
525,600.
There we go. As popularized by the popular musical Rent, we know, hopefully. God, guys, go watch Nomadland. Go see Rent. Oh my God, we have some
Oh, is that the song?
to do for everyone.
I know that from The Office.
You should watch the original.
We know from a certain popular song there are 525,600 minutes in a year. But can you tell us how long 5 minutes and 25 seconds is without seeing anything? All right. Players will put on their blindfold. The host will start a clock and say, go. Players must remove their masks when they believe 5 minutes and 25 seconds has passed. A player's time will
What a
count at
challenge.
the exact
This is cool.
point when
I
their
love
finger
these
makes contact
Yeah, this
with
is
their
a
mask to
staple.
lift it off. The player closest to 5
See, it's
minutes,
cool.
25 seconds.
I'm pretty new
without
to this, so
going
like I get to
over
see it all for the first
wins
time.
exemption
Yeah.
for the round. Are there
It's
any
nice
questions?
being on the other side for a change.
No? All right, do me a favor. Put those blindfolds
I'm
on
calling
and
this
I will tell
challenge.
you
Be
when
there
to
in
go.
5:25.
Can I use a timer?
Yeah, good question. The answer is no.
You said 25 minutes and 25 seconds?
5 minutes, 25 seconds.
Oh, I wish they hadn't clarified
Alright.
that. He's sitting there for an extra 20 minutes after.
Alright. His blindfolds.
Oh, I'm not
How many
waiting
fingers
around
am I
for
holding
that
up?
for sure.
Good. All right.
What's the
Ready
strategy?
for
Try
it?
to count in your head?
Ready?
Doc
set,
always wants to wait till like the
go.
last person pulls off the blindfold.
This challenge is
And I was
Yeah.
like, no, Doc. As soon as it hits the time, that's it. Like I don't want to sit here and watch people.
Yeah. He
I would
likes to
think
fake
40
him
would
out.
probably-
He loves the
He
torture.
likes-
Like
yeah.
whatever the torture option is, Doc always goes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was yelling at me to find spices after everyone else was already back with one.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Those kinds of things. Yeah.
Will not be giving a play-by-play of who drops when.
Yeah. So this should be fun. 5:25. I don't even know when they started. So
Couple seconds ago, maybe like
Yeah.
20, 30 seconds.
I've got the clock, and I probably still will miss
Yeah.
I'm
But
terrible
several
for that.
people in here have done this challenge quite a few times. Notably, Denise and Trey just did it a month ago in the Zombie Island mini, so this is fresh in their minds.
How'd they do in that one? Do you remember?
Denise always does well in this competition. She actually won it in 2 minis prior.
Yeah.
I don't think she won the Zombie Island one, though.
Trey might have won it, and I only say that because he won like 5 in a row. So it's a good guess.
It was close, though. I remember, like, it was literally, like, as the clock was clicking, they were going for the blindfold kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it gets interesting as we get a little bit closer. A lot of... Go ahead.
Looks like Ryan has an interesting strategy trying to tap the rhythm.
All right, I was about to say, there's a lot of different strategies you can take on this. Music seems to be the most effective. I know we had a DJ in one of our minis,
interesting.
Who got it almost pretty much to the second. Jeff, in actually the mini that Garrett won and Bill was involved in. He was, and he said that the music, he just caught a beat and just wrote it the whole time. So... Yeah, but because if you don't have if you're not used to counting time in your head, I mean, count 10 seconds, and I guarantee you it's not going to be 10 seconds. Oh, here we go, Anthony giving us an update.
We have an update.
Like, some people will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2. So it's a skill. I always like to say, here's where we find out who's actually going to be there in 5 minutes when they say I'll be there in 5 minutes. It's definitely not me, that's for sure. Is Bill wearing an Expedition Online buff? Oh my god, I think he is.
Bill wins. Is.
Bill wins. Whenever Bill takes it off, we're just going to say he's the winner. End the competition there. It's like, oh, Bill won this one. It looks like Katie has a Survivor one, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Trey also has a Survivor one, the 40th anniversary, although he has it inside out.
Keith is not wearing his buff from Edge of Extinction.
Gotta manage the threat level.
3-minute point, so...
What do you think? What's the earliest someone's going to drop out?
Oh.
I'll say 4:45.
4:45.
I'll take the under on that. I think that's a pretty good pick.
Yeah. I would be aiming for 5 minutes, I think, even though with the 5:25. You got to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. How many people are going to go over is the real question.
Is it Price is Right rules or just closest?
Closest to without going over. Once you go over.
Without going over, okay. Yeah. So yeah, then you have to try to aim for 5 minutes, 5:10.
Shane, you're going to double check that rule for us, right? In case Anthony changed it. Usually it's Price is Right rules, but...
No, that is the rule.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think Anthony would change it on us, but...
We could always overrule
4 minutes
him.
now. Power of the media.
Ryan looks like he's getting in really into the song.
Jay is taking off the blindfold.
Oh wow!
And she's very surprised to see.
Yeah,
how wrong
way
she was.
under, way under.
Keep in mind, she's still in it if everyone else goes over.
Yep.
I'd kind of be here for that.
Nope, Keith is off. That's
right.
Where you guys thought 4:21.
So Jay is out.
Yeah, Jay no longer has a chance.
I'm surprised no one's ever fallen asleep during this challenge.
No, not yet. Garrett is probably our most likely candidate for that.
Yes. Okay, so
Carl is off. Carl's now in the lead.
Leader. Trey is
thinking about it. He's touched
he
it.
touched it,
That's
yeah.
it. So Trey is now in the lead. Carl figures it out.
Carl's mad.
Trey's got a shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good time there.
Trey's freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey. Once you start winning these, you feel like you need to just keep winning. Oh my God, it's so close now. 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Whoever takes it off next will be the winner, unless it's
anyone.
Trey. And that is it. Trey is going to be the
Trey's
winner.
got it.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, I'm surprised at how many went over.
The challenge is over.
Right? Most went over. That's the way
And the
usually
person who
goes.
has one
is
exemption,
most of the
being
players
close
go over.
without going over. Trey, congratulations. This is your second
That is now
exemption in a
4
row.
exemptions.
Trey, is there anything this kid can't do?
5:24, you had till 5:30.
This is the worst thing that could have happened to Trey.
nope,
To be
I
honest.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
You got 6 minutes, 5 and
I mean,
change.
it's going to feel great for the next half hour, but come next Crossroads, he's going to be, well, unless he wins again.
Yeah.
We'll see if anyone can do it. I mean, he's proven that he can
We've
win
seen him
most
do it
of
before.
these.
Well, and even if it's not the
Everyone knows
next, I mean,
I was like
you just keep building the
little over
profile
4
up,
minutes. I
you know,
sucked.
when you get to 5 or 6. people are like, "Oh, we're gonna
I
start
pulled
taking this
off
guy
a
out."
little before you
Absolutely.
did.
Oh, we have a group that jumped
Vote
right
was
into the
for-
field here.
For Garrett, that was interesting.
No idea.
I was Will. I have no idea.
Is there enough room in there? Sure.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we thinking?
We're getting raped.
I want to
here.
hear. I want to hear about what's been happening over on your team, Ryan, from you.
Carl's here because he played 2 compasses.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna run into the shelter and see if they're saying.
Okay. Okay.
Are we the only ones here? So yeah, I mean, we tried to get him out, but it didn't happen.
So he played 2 compasses.
He played 1 for 1, and then he was saved. And then the next tribal we had, he played another idol and got saved again.
Interesting. Okay. Who? Okay, that's really interesting.
I don't know how we
You
got
thinking
him.
Carl?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, we were really just talking about what was happening on the other team. That was not ours, Gary.
Gotcha.
You're right. I know.
So yeah, apparently Carl played like the compasses or whatever. So that's just interesting.
He had 2 compasses somehow. I have no idea how he got them or if someone gave them to him. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I can tell he's nervous. Like the previous one, he was just like, please don't put my name down, Keith.
So Bill was the Garrett, vote, the rogue Garrett.
Okay,
vote.
but yeah,
what?
that's interesting.
Crossroads. He just admitted to Trey.
Interesting. Him and Trey have quite a relationship already.
Yep. Yeah, Trey's
No, was it you?
apologizing
I
for
figured it
not
was you.
updating
Me?
Bill.
Then I think it would be Trey then, because maybe
I
Trey
didn't
didn't
vote.
hear
I
about the
voted
will
Will.
plan. Okay, yeah, I didn't talk to Trey, so it's possible that he might have accidentally just not heard the plan. That's my thought.
What's
I figured it could have been you because I threw out your name, so I was like, it's fair if you want me out. I didn't think it
I
was.
did not. I voted Will. 100%.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. I don't think it's you. I think it was Trey because I don't think
Garrett has a weird way of saying things that would piss off
But what do we
be-
think?
like
if
piss
it
off
was?
Wait,
people if
no,
anyone else
Trey
said them.
definitely knew it was
And
going
it
to be
just
Will.
it just bounces off.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah, so that's
Trey knew.
Trey definitely knew it was going to be Will.
Okay. Yeah. So what are we thinking for this vote?
He's very
Was
chill
anything
and
going on in
laid
the shelter,
back, where
Denise?
it's just like, he's one of them off it.
They are saying Ryan's name again.
Okay.
They? Oh,
I wasn't there this time. That wasn't me. That wasn't me this time. I swear, I was here this whole time.
So we like, and like no pressure to say who, but like, do we know like where it was coming from?
From that person that just jumped.
Gotcha.
Carl.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Wait, can anybody else join this without us knowing?
Let's go on the
one more
board.
can-
Go on the board.
There we go. We got Carl.
Hello.
Yo,
So- so-
Ryan.
You want to
Wait,
do
what'd
Ryan,
you say?
Carl?
Yeah, that's the only name I've heard. I want to go pop up other places too. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan. Okay. All right. I was trying to get you to. Yeah.
I'm
We
doing
got
it,
it just
Carl.
back, Garrett. Dude.
Carl, heads up, they're coming for you too. I've heard your name. Just heads up. We'll try
I
to
know
get it
they
on
are.
Ryan, but
Garrett just told
I don't
Carl
know,
that they're
like-
coming from.
I'm
What
not
do you guys
thrilled
do?
about that. I'm not thrilled about that.
I don't want. I
Didn't
don't
know
want to
happened before I
vote
jumped in here or
Ryan.
anything.
So
So then that leaves, well, like,
They're just
unless you
trying
want
to
to do
figure out who to vote
Carl,
for.
since Carl mentioned it first, I'm assuming.
yeah, Carl is the
Talking
one
about
that told
Carl
me,
and Ryan.
or that's what he was saying when I was in that room.
Okay. Do you think you can get Katie and Ryan on board in the other room for Carl?
Yeah, probably.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, we can see.
If
Where-
one person just pops in.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll go in.
Okay.
It's gone on Keith. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I didn't really want to talk anyway.
Should I?
Hey, this is a room for 3.
Okay.
Whoever was last needs to go.
Oh,
Okay, Denise, what are you hearing?
Okay, so
Keep it on
they are
noticing.
saying. Hold on. No, they're not talking about
So-
Ryan anymore. No, they're saying Carl.
Katie gave a
You're saying
half
Carl now?
compass
Yeah.
to Ryan.
For sure?
Oh,
100%.
You two, like,
Me,
so Ryan has
and
full
Keith.
compass now.
And then you
Wow.
and
And he has
like
to steal
two
a
of
vote.
you.
Wow.
That would be 5
I
of
have
us.
to steal a vote if that helps.
So should we just do Carl?
I don't think you need it.
Don't play it.
Honestly, Trey doesn't want Ryan out. He just told me that, and
Okay.
either does Keith. Like when I went in there, they're like, "Who are you guys hearing?" I'm like, "I'm hearing Ryan," and Trey's like, "Well, I'm not throwing."
See what Bill and Keith are thinking.
Can
Do
you
you know how
hear
much
me?
time we have? Do you know how much time we have?
Not much.
Okay. Really quickly, I just want to say, with your vote off, I didn't vote you. I put Kira's name down, but everybody who put your name down, they're gone now. I've heard Ryan. I've heard Carl.
I've heard Ryan, Carl, and Garrett. They don't care.
Okay.
I
It depends on what people are gonna do, because right now I'm thinking it might be Carl, but I'm not sure. That's not from me. I didn't throw his name out. I heard that he apparently threw out. Who did his name? He threw out somebody else's name first, and then it kind of.
Time for crossroads. Head on over.
You are such a buzzkill, Jonathan.
I know.
Oh, that wasn't even me.
Oh man, are you
That's such
kidding me?
bull.
Guys,
bull.
I'm gonna vote for Carl. I don't know because Ryan has been with us.
Okay.
That's just
Shit. I might vote for Ryan.
Oh, wow.
I might have just downed a piece of pizza. Monkeys on the bus? Are we good? We're good. Okay, no monkeys. Yep.
Oh, this one's going to be crazy. All kinds of names coming out. It's started to sound like Carl was starting to go down the hill, but
Jonathan?
if he feels threatened, I'm sure he's going to come out blazing. So let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Take it over, Anthony. All right, I'll see you guys after the vote.
Been a while, huh? A whole, 20 minutes? Raise your hand if you were just like, I was gonna take that off and I should have and I wish I had. Yeah, Bill, yeah, yep. And there was a good, Trey, I think, had taken that off like 20 seconds before. Bill, what happened? Well, you're muted. So we didn't unmute, so that's not.
I keep hitting the damn grid button. Anyway, I don't. Last time I did this, I was the first one to pull my mask off. So this time I tried to go what I thought was slower, and clearly we've got to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. It's a hard one, you know. To get that rhythm, Ryan. I'm gonna ask you because it looks like you had some kind of strategy there with that. I don't know if you were dancing, were you have a specific song or what was going on there?
I know I probably made you guys dizzy by like rocking back and forth, but apparently it did not work. I was probably like 30 seconds away from taking my mask off when you said it was done, so it did not work.
All right. Well, there's that. There is that. Jay, you were the first one to take your mask off. What were you doing? What was your strategy here?
My strategy was to have no strategy, and no, I was trying to like count, not Mississippi-less, and kind of rock back and forth. 1, 2, 3, like that, and I thought I was doing good. I was like, I'm gonna take my blindfold off, and like half of the people are gonna already have theirs off, and then no.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, no, I've always, whenever I've seen you guys do this challenge, I've always been, I would suck at this challenge, and I clearly proved myself correct.
It happens. It happens. Some, they're not made for everyone. You can't win them all. Katie, you got back to the shelter, the exemption room. 9 left from 16. I don't want to say the numbers are dwindling, but it's starting to like you halfway through. 2/3 of the way through. I'm not really sure of the math. How much are you thinking about? Getting yourself further. Of course, it's 100%, but like, what are you doing to continue that
on? I'm just trying to find people that want to go the same routes that I do. I guess.
Are you feeling good about that right now, or not so much?
I'm gonna always say I'm always gonna be nervous. If you don't have exemption,
All right, that's my goal for next round. I'm gonna, if you're here, I'm gonna see if I can come up with a question that's not the answer to. Keith, you're looking a little. I don't know if it's pensive or what's going on through your mind right now.
I'm just so confused because like that I feel like no time at all to discuss. So like I don't even know, Anthony. I'm still definitely getting used to this whole mini like fast paced style because like you can't really talk full through strategy with anyone because there's no time for that.
Yeah.
And then like more people will pop in, and then you know what I mean. It's just so weird.
So was this just a matter of I'm not sure, if the people that I was planning to vote with are voting with me, or is this am I choosing between one or two people, or?
Oh no, my vote hasn't changed. I'm just like I'm hoping it goes through.
Interesting. Who haven't I spoken to? Denise. Hello. What is your, thoughts at this point? How are you feeling at this point in the game, at this stage in the game? Are you feeling good? Do you think it could be you? What is your take on this vote?
I feel like I normally do when I walk into these. Nervous.
Like you're about to grow up?
Usually. You just want to make sure that it goes the way that you're hoping it goes, and that the people that you talk to are going to vote the way that they say they're going to. And hopefully it goes the right way.
Carl, are you seeing, lines in the sand being drawn? Last vote was an almost unanimous one, so it was kind of hard to tell. It doesn't seem, if I had to go based on that vote, it doesn't seem like anything's really coalescing. But who am I to say that on this side of the game? I don't know. What are you noticing?
I feel like I'm nervous. I feel like I heard that my name was brought up yet again. And I mean, what's a crossroads without my name being brought up, kind of, sort of, the route we're going. And, my pitch is, listen, man, you guys save me, whoever, if you keep me around, I will stay loyal to everybody, to the people that save me. And the people that I've been talking to, you're my ride or dies. Like, you know what I mean? You got me.
All right, that is Carl's.
I know. I feel nervous. I feel super nervous. That's what I feel right now.
Carl's feeling nervous. Garrett, how are you feeling at this point?
I'm feeling relatively better this vote. I haven't, I guess, heard my name, but obviously that could mean I'm blindsided this vote, which I get. Definitely I've heard Carl's name and I've heard other names too, but I think that it seems like people are wanting to get out a threat right now, which I get. I'm just afraid that some people that are also going to be threats later down this road might be doing it a little too soon, but they obviously have a different idea of how they can get to the end. So I get it. I understand the move. I just think it might be not the right.
Interesting. Trey, exemption winner 2 times running, 3 times running, technically, right? Who do you won the? Yeah. Do you regret not kicking back, or are you happy to be, deep in this?
Yo, I'm elbow deep in this, man. I love it. I love it so much. I mean, winning exemption is always nice, but the longer you go winning exemption, the more you need to win it the next time. And I'm fully aware of that.
Interesting. We'll see how that unfolds.
Your exemption?
Say that one more time.
I'll be your ride or die. Let me get your exemption necklace.
I think I'm gonna keep it.
Oh man!
The energy from that feels very pointed.
I thought we were good.
Now is your time to speak. Carl beat me to it. Does anybody else have anything else to say before we go and head on over to the vote? No? All right. Do me a favor. Send me the name of the person you are voting out of this Equinox party.
Not here.
Okay, so Carl, definitely feeling the heat. Trying to make allies any way he can there. A lot of names going into this, but I really feel like this might be Carl's time, Shane.
Yeah, I agree. There's so much chaos that I wouldn't be 100% shocked if it's not Carl, but I do think it's leaning that way.
Yeah, and Daniel, with all the threats that are left in this game, it's almost like you leave Carl another round and there's not going to be another good time for it, is there?
Yeah, I mean, it depends who you are. I think if you're Trey, for example, then it could make sense to try to keep Carl around. But, if you're someone who only has 2-3 people left in the game who you can beat, you need to start getting people out, because then you're just not going to have a choice but to take one threat or the other.
Yeah, that's a great point. Trey definitely could use any target possible to kind of keep him out of the limelight the way he's been winning these comps and picking up these advantages. He's still got some tools left over. But let's see, maybe Carl was able to pull together another compass. Who knows? Take it away, Anthony. Let's see what happens.
Thank you, Jonathan. If anybody has anything they would like to play as far as hidden advantages, etc., now is your time to do so. Okay, I'll go ahead and read the votes.
Compass.
First vote is for Ryan.
He's going to need the votes.
Second vote is for Carl. Third vote is for Ryan. Fourth vote is for Carl. Tied 2 votes each between Ryan
Again,
and
won't be
Carl.
unanimous.
Next vote is for Ryan.
Oh.
Sixth vote is for Carl. That's 3-3, Ryan and Carl.
More
Next
vote
vote is for Carl. Eighth vote. And the person leaving us in ninth place, Carl Davino. It has been a time.
He got a couple people vote for him.
Anything you'd like to say on your way out?
Like, well
He
played.
did good.
Been a target this whole game. I don't know how I lasted to here. So, go get him. Go get him, and y'all know who I'm talking to.
All right, Carl. Thank you so much.
Carl's a great competitor. He gives it all when he's playing, and when he's done, he always leaves in class.
Need paper and something, or a whiteboard and something to write with. So
I'll jump right
put up a great. Head on back to your party shelter, and I'll be with you in a moment.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Carl. Gotta have a talk with Carl here. Get his thoughts on the game. He's already such a character.
How are you
He
doing?
put on a show for us yesterday that I'm not gonna forget forever.
Carl, I appreciate you hopping on at the last minute. I will say that this was I to be honest with you, did not want any winners in this game, but the fact that you were able to step up, I do really appreciate that. What is your take on what happened there? Because that was, an interesting vote. It felt like that vote might have been coming to you, but as I was reading them, I was not expecting it was a 6-3, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I was able to convince a few people to write Ryan's name down, which I think I did, and just not everybody did. I think I was viewed more as a threat as I was in this whole game. Like, they came at me from the start with their guns blazing, and if I didn't have like a couple idols in my pocket, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Carl, can I ask you a question on your last night and your double half compass play? Can you blame them? I mean, that was pretty insane last night.
No, dude. No, I know. I had to, and I knew, like, as soon as I got back in the room, Jamie was like, "Wow, you're building up quite a resume. You only got 9 lives." I'm like, "I'm just trying to play."
Look, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Is there anybody or any regrets? Anybody you'd want to apologize to for anything that you've done in this game so far, or no?
Yes, there's one person, and to Gabby, because like I took her half compass and then I helped vote her out, and I felt really bad about that. But that keeping that idol or doing that brought me to the rendezvous. You know what I mean? And
right.
So, but I regretted that. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. And then you're a big man for owning up to that, and thank you. I'm sure Gabby appreciates that. We appreciate everybody in the community, so I just wanted to make sure.
Thanks for the opportunity, man.
Yeah, you got it. So tell you what, you are far from done, and we look forward to having you in this jury chat. We will see you later on tonight at the final ascent.
All right, it's been real, buddy.
Good game, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, a great game from Carl. I mean, it's one thing to get 2 compasses.
Going to the jury.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to get 2 compasses, but he actually got 4 advantages when you think about it, because they were all in half compasses. He received 2 on his own. He convinced 2 other players to give it to him. He talked a little bit about Gabby. Yeah, it was a ruthless play, but it is in the game, and it is what it is, and it did keep him alive for another vote, and then another vote. He was able to really cause a storm. Whereas Gabby didn't have much footing in that game, so I can see how he could feel bad, but I hope Gabby doesn't hold it against him there. So,
all right, everybody.
My first meal in.
As I've said time and time again, we are doing the classic staples, and this one is cities without vowels. So, yeah, here's what we're going to do. Katie, I have your dancing square. So let's tell you what. I'm going to give you a moment, Katie, if you can hear me, to hop out and hop back in. Maybe that'll happen. There we are. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to scroll. I'm just going to share my screen. I'll scroll. I give you a city. Doesn't have the vowels in it. You got to tell me what city that is. All right. We have 10. We got 10. We got 2 tiebreakers, or 1 tiebreaker if we need it. All right.
Question, Anthony.
Ask away.
Is this fastest to get to write them out, or is this just whoever has the most?
Whoever has the most at the end.
Okay.
Yep. So that's it. Cities without vowels. Are we ready?
How much time do we have?
I'll give you 30 seconds. All right. Here we go.
Down to our final 8 here.
Cities without
8
vowels.
really
Here we
competitive.
go.
This is gonna be a great
Number
finish.
1. There it is.
Hold on, I'm having trouble
Ruh-roh.
Oh, I'm
watching your
not even looking
stream.
at the
Oh,
live
here we
stream
go.
here.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, cool.
Well,
Yeah.
it's circling.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Oh,
Barcelona,
that's on
Spain.
your
Tell,
internet.
can I tell
It
you
is
what? Give me
Barcelona,
a thumbs up if you
Spain.
can see my
Yep,
stream.
Barcelona.
Okay, so we're good. We're good. Okay, go ahead.
Hey,
Carry on.
or
Give me a
internet
thumbs
is a
up if you got the
variable.
answer.
We all know that. If your internet can't pull it up, then you get the answer wrong. That's how it is in this
Yup.
game.
We see that time and time again too, and players always complain about it.
5 more seconds.
Sorry.
I mean, players always complain about everything. It doesn't come
Absolutely.
their way.
All right. Yes, I do.
That's
3, 2,
That
and
is
1.
true.
Spelling's got to be correct. Correct answer is
All right.
Barcelona,
Spelling's got to be
Spain.
correct. That's the big pressure.
Barcelona, Spain, Barcelona. Everybody spelt it correctly. There you go.
I
Barcelona,
don't know.
Spain.
Denise's
Consider
looks like an
yourselves
E.
with point. You've got yourself a point. All right. All set for number 2? Here we go. You can erase, reset. Number 2.
Cairo, Egypt.
There it is.
Oh my god,
Number
just
2.
noticed Keith's shirt. Keith is on Team Keith.
Thumbs up from Katie.
Oh.
Thumbs up from Jamie. Thumbs up from Keith. Ryan.
What was the answer to this one? No,
Trey.
Daniel already said it. Something Egypt.
Cairo.
Bill, and
Cairo.
we're waiting on Denise.
Spelling could trip people up though.
I have
We'll
to
see.
practice for, if this comes up on a season I'm on.
Yeah. Making
5
it to the
seconds,
final
please.
ascent definitely warrants a second chance.
That's why I was like thinking,
All right,
maybe
let's
I'd
do
play
3,
again.
2,
But then,
and
being
1.
around this has gotten the juices
Correct
flowing.
answer is Cairo, Egypt. Everybody's got that spelling correct, so everybody but Denise gets a point there. All right, let's reset. Here is number 3. Number 3, here it is.
Cancun, Mexico.
I've been there.
I have never been there, but popular spring break spot. Maybe not,
We got a thumbs up from Ryan, from Katie. Thumbs up from Bill. Thumbs up from Trey.
Sounds like my food's here.
Thumbs up from Jay.
Hear the dog going
Garrett.
crazy.
Denise just waiting on Keith. And that's everyone. Let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1. Correct answer is Cancun, Mexico. Everybody's got the point. Nicely done. All right. I think those were easy. Here is number 4. All right.
Rome, Italy.
Rome, Italy.
Thumbs up from Katie, from Jay, from Bill, from Trey, from Gary, from Ryan, from Denise, and Keith. Everybody reveal. 3, 2, 1.
You gotta have this one, I think.
We've got Rome, Italy. All
Everyone's
right.
got it.
Very good. Everybody spelled it correct. All right. A lot of us 4 for 4. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-way tie for first place with 4 points. Everybody except Denise, who has 3. All right. Number 5. Moving on. Here we go. Number 5.
Oh, Ottawa, Canada.
Nice.
Oh,
First, I was like, "What is this?"
Denise should have this one, as we lived in Ottawa for a year. So
We got
she
a thumbs
doesn't
up
get
from
this
Ryan, a
one.
thumbs up from
This
Katie.
is-
Thumbs up from Jay. Thumbs up from Garrett. Waiting on, we got Bill. Waiting on Keith, Trey, and Denise. 5 seconds, Denise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, let's reveal in 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is Ottawa, Canada. Now, you spell Ottawa, O-T-T-A-W-A. So, Bill, you are out. Sorry, Trey. Sorry, Jay. That gives Denise a point. That gives Garrett a point. That gives Katie a point. That gives Keith, as well as Ryan, a point. Trey went with the O. Ottawa, Canada.
Ooh.
Here we go, number 6. This is number 6.
Interesting.
Number 6.
Iran. I don't know any.
Tehran.
Iran, yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
a lot of puzzled faces. Thumbs up from Garrett. I'm going to cap it in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's reveal in 3, 2, 1. All right. Keith, you were on the right path.
Hawaii was an inspired guess.
However, once again, spelling does count. So Garrett is the sole point earner for this one, bringing Garrett into the lead with 6 points. Katie, Keith, and Ryan each have 5. Bill, Jay, Denise, and Trey all have 4. So it's still anyone's game.
No one getting blown out right now.
Here we go, number 7.
yeah, there's still 4 left.
Tight battle.
Oh, Tel Aviv, Israel.
Oh, wow.
Nice. You pulled that one out quick.
Yeah.
We have a thumbs up
I
from
may
Jay.
have looked over this
We have a thumbs up
challenge
from
the
Bill.
other day, so I'm sure some of it's fresh.
You don't tell us after.
Yeah,
You make it seem like you're a genius.
I'm not looking at it right now, though.
Thumbs
looks
up
like
from
a
Ryan,
savant.
Trey. Gonna cap it at 10 more seconds. Thumbs up from Garrett, from Katie. We're waiting for Keith and Denise. Nothing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's reveal 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Keith and Denise
Because
not a 10.
spelling does count, I'm going to ask Trey, what did you intend on writing there? Was it Tella?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he put the
correct.
A.
Thank you, thank
He
you.
put the space in the wrong
Close,
spot.
Garrett.
Oh no.
Sounds like a fantastic place to be. Is not correct, Katie.
That is
I
2
do
that
wanna go to
Trey
Tel Aviv, though.
has
That
basically
gives
gotten
Bill
right,
a point.
but
That gives Jamie a point, and that gives Ryan a point. We
I
have a
appreciate
two-way
the
tie for
honesty.
first place between Garrett and Ryan with 6 points. Bill, Jay, Katie, and Keith all 1 point away at 5. Denise and Trey have 4.
and he would be in the lead, but instead he's in last.
Number 8. Number 8.
Well, it's probably the same word for both.
Tunisia, maybe? Is there? I don't know if there's a city
Yeah, I don't
named
actually remember
Tunisia,
this one.
but it works, right?
Yeah, that would work.
Or is there some, like, it's probably, the first one's probably
thumbs up
some,
from Garrett.
like, variant of Tunisia, but not the same thing.
Oh.
Oh, like, yeah.
Um,
I'm not gonna try to
Athens,
get
10
something.
more seconds.
Athens has an
9,
H in it.
nah.
8, 7, 6,
That's not even close to Athens now that I'm really looking at it.
3,
I mean, it's
Well, and-
close, it's just wrong.
1. All right, if you got something, let's reveal. 3, 2, 1.
I got an X. Tense.
The correct answer
Tunis.
is
Tunis?
Tunis. Tunisia, Tunis, Tunisia. Ryan is the sole point earner with that one.
That's
Garrett
right,
pulling
yeah.
himself
So
into the lead with
close.
7 points. Garrett has 6. Again, Bill, Jay, Katie, Keith, all with 5. Denise and Trey.
See, it's funny because they're spelling it instead
Number.
of saying it. I feel like a couple of
Bill
these
and I
answers
put
they would have
tense,
gotten
tense.
if they just got to
Tense,
say it
tense.
instead of
I
spelling
guess
it.
that's how you're feeling. Is that it? Tense,
Yup.
tense. Number 9. Here it is.
Oh, there's 2 more.
Here it is. Number 9.
This one's easier.
Somewhere in Japan.
Osaka.
Osaka, right? Yeah.
I'm good at the countries.
We have a
It's
thumbs
the
up from
cities that always
Katie,
get
thumbs
me.
up from Jamie, thumbs up from Ryan. Thumbs up from Garrett, thumbs up from Bill. We are waiting on Keith, Denise, and Trey. Cap it at 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1. Correct answer is Osaka, Japan. So please keep that up if you've got it. So that's a point for
Katie
Bill.
put
That is a point for Jamie.
So maybe
that is a point
she
for
has some
Garrett.
fun times on her mind.
And that is a point for
Wants some
Ryan.
sake now.
In order for there to be a tie, Garrett would have to answer the next one correctly, and Ryan would have to be incorrect. However, if Ryan is correct, he wins exemption.
So we're between Ryan and Garrett
Number
here.
10.
Yep.
Ryan gets it right.
Vienna,
Austria.
Austria. Yeah.
Ryan looks.
He looks happy.
I think he's got it.
Spelling could trip him up though. You might know it, but then you spell it wrong.
It's true though.
So let's hope he gets it.
The fact that they give him the two ends helps. 'Cause you think
Garrett
one end
from
was two
Ryan,
ending.
from Katie, from Jamie. Waiting on. We got Denise. We got Trey. Keith, anything?
VIANNA.
Nothing. All right, let's reveal in 3, 2, and
It's
1.
VIE.
The correct answer is bring it close up. Bring it up close. Bring it up close.
Did Ryan?
Ryan, I cannot.
He didn't put an R.
You missed out on the R.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Did get it correct. With that being said, we now have a tie.
That's wild.
Oh my
Everybody
god!
else can turn your cameras
He
over for a
was
moment.
so
Okay?
confident.
Yeah.
Between
Because he
Garrett
knew
and
it. It's just a
Ryan,
silly mistake.
We do have a tiebreaker.
It's what it's all about, right? I mean, it happened a couple times to
There's
Trey,
my
and then
answer.
Kat to Ryan on the last
The
one.
first person to get this and reveal it and have it spelled correctly wins exemption.
Ooh.
Oh, now
Are
we
you
got
ready?
speed coming into it.
Yeah.
Cool. Here we go. Tiebreaker. Go.
Wuhan, China.
Yep.
Oh, they're both speed writing.
WHANCHINA.
Correct answer is
Garrett's
spelled
first
it
one,
wrong.
right?
that is incorrect. It is not spelled correctly.
What do you put? Wuhan?
He just has to change it.
Yeah, he added the O.
You can keep guessing.
Oh.
You can keep guessing.
Dude, if Ryan didn't know it, he should have been looking at Garrett's answer.
Yeah.
Spelled incorrectly.
It's WU, right?
Yup.
WUHAN.
Ryan's trying to get a good view. They're both on their cell
Slightly
phones.
reminiscent of season 2 when Will was up against I forget who, but the answer was pretty much there.
Right. He was up against Justin, and he wrote "I don't know" instead of looking up to see what Justin was trying to write. He was trying to write Stonehenge and couldn't figure out the spelling. Oh, Garrett had it, and
Garrett keeps showing it too.
there it is.
There it is. Garrett has won exemption.
Oh.
It is Wuhan, China.
you can guess
WUH.
Yeah, Garrett can keep guessing. Yeah.
China. Garrett, congratulations. You have won exemption. Everybody head on back.
If
I will
Ryan
see
if
you
Ryan has
in
to burn his compass
10
here, he's gonna be
6:08 Eastern
upset
Time.
about that.
Because he just got
He's definitely going to
Go
feel
for
like
it.
an opportunity missed if he needs to burn the compass here. And you know what? His name was prominent last time, so he's not going to feel comfortable. He might want to play it anyways. Let's jump right into the shelter here. Let's not waste any time getting to this one, because this is going to be a interesting.
The reason we're all here,
Round
right,
here.
this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, I didn't even
I'll
think
do
about
it right.
that. That's so cool.
Well, congratulations, Garrett.
Congratulations,
Congrats,
Garrett.
Garrett. Good work.
Great job.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy. You guys did a
In it
fantastic
again.
job with that geography. I was just having my brain wasn't working, man.
Damn Tunisia.
Some of them were whack.
Jay, I
People
love the
trying to go
fact
for
that our
Trey now
minds
that
were
he's
thinking alike.
vulnerable.
They should, because he can go on a run to the
It
end.
worked as far as the lettering. I'm hopping to the field if anyone wants to join me.
And Jay again, really just throwing it out there.
Katie, we haven't talked.
No,
shall we
let's go
find
talk.
a-
Let's go to the fire.
Definitely.
Hey, Ryan.
I was so close. I'm so stupid. God.
You're so close. Oh my
I
god.
was like, I'm missing an R. Well, shit.
That's too bad. You did great though. You did awesome. I sucked at that one. Okay, we need to figure out a name.
That he wasn't in this challenge because he always says he can't spell.
Oh no. Hey,
All right,
Ron,
no, not that. What are we feeling here?
the only names
Jamie's
that I heard
always
tossed
been-
around last time, I don't know if
always
y'all
been
can
leading the
relate,
pack.
was Ryan. Not necessarily saying I want to do that, but I'm just saying that's the only thing I've heard thus far.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we want to
I'm
go?
down for Ryan, but like, there's definitely some people here that have not had their name thrown around. You know.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
thinking go with somebody who I don't think has anything, and it would be kind of a surprise with maybe Bill.
I'm fine with
I
that.
I low-key thought about that.
First time we
I mean, I love the guy. I mean,
Wondering when
I'm
they were
just
gonna go for Bill.
like trying to think who wouldn't be expecting it.
Right.
Gotcha.
I feel like that'd be one of the more easier ones.
Do you think Ryan has something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
it's the maybe that. Yeah.
I also feel like if he did, I feel like he would have used it.
I feel like, well,
See what Ryan Denise are saying here. They're in stuff.
Yeah, we need one of them to leave.
Oh, they're waiting for that room to open
Not
up.
us. I love Trey. I love Trey.
No, yeah, I like Trey. I've, played
Katie
like,
here,
we were
her
on a
video
party
was
for
one.
5 minutes
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah, Katie and Bill are catching up, trying to see if they've been on the
but I don't
same
know.
page
Like,
for past votes, because
he's
Katie
been voting,
apologized for
I
when
guess,
Bill was voted out
with
first.
like us, but
They just couldn't.
I also
line
got a vote
things
last
up
night,
in
and I
the-
don't know.
Funny, things move so
Could've been
fast, you
Garrett,
don't
probably,
necessarily
I don't
know
know.
where all the votes went. So sometimes you do need to quick check in.
It was only one, but
Have we been voting together?
it didn't matter.
You're on
I
my
don't,
side,
I don't
right?
know who the other one on. Like it was, I think it was either a 3-2-1 or a 3-1. I don't even remember.
It was 3-2.
But it was only 3 on Qua.
Oh man, this is nuts right now.
It really is.
I
mean, so it's kind of sounding like Jay. Yes, but I don't know. We gotta talk to
Keith
you. We can't
bringing
make
up
that decision with
Jay's
just the
name.
two of us.
Yeah,
Jay's name was just brought up here too.
I'm going to jump in the field.
Garrett is trying to launch like a counter alliance against the Big Brother one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the shelter and
Oh,
see what happens.
That's a good move.
Okay.
Let's jump on that. And see what that is.
So we're
Ryan's
saying
offering
Katie then?
to steal a boat if needed.
Yeah, see Katie.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. What's up?
See what's happening here with the.
Yeah, Chris. That way we know.
Yes. Wait. Where do we want to meet at?
Katie's at the shelter with Garrett.
Okay.
Shelter?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
A lot of bouncing around here.
Yeah.
I'm catching the tail end of all the conversations.
Right? Yeah. Is there a different name? That's the one I've heard.
I haven't heard a name,
What was the
honestly.
name?
Oh, really?
The only person
Bill,
I
I
talked to
heard
so
Bill.
far is Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the name I heard so far. Oh. Sorry to break the news. I
Yeah,
guess.
Ryan was just in
No,
a group
that's
where
okay.
they were throwing out Jay's name, but of course he's not going to say anything right here. Because
Yeah.
Jay is here.
Well, I'm gonna jump around.
It
I'll go
was
by
Katie's
the-
name was thrown
the
out, but
link.
he doesn't want to tell Denise.
Garrett just left.
Okay.
I feel like I've heard everybody's name. I have no idea what to do right
I
now.
don't know either. Ryan, will you come to the outpost with me?
Trey's trying to save Bill here.
I haven't talked to Katie at all, but okay, I'd be down with it.
Okay, that's cool. I'll
Okay.
talk to Trey.
Who was you saying
Trey,
instead
come to
of
the fire.
Bill?
Okay.
Oh, 3 of them just jumped in there. Who was the first 2?
Where do I want to go?
I'll wait till they kick someone out.
We should be good. But I got your back, bro. Let's see.
Okay, we have to figure out what room to go in, so you don't.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. So Jay and Garrett, I think, are going to be voting Katie, and I really think Bill is with me in this, and I think he's with like us in this collectively.
Right.
And Bill doesn't want to vote Ryan, and I know Bill and Ryan are close from something. I think the last tribe swap.
Bill and Ryan, they also come from Big Brother.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, their moms on Big Brother. Okay, so what about Jay? How do you feel about voting out Jay?
Voting out Jay.
That's the other name that's been thrown
I was
around.
actually gonna throw that out if I wasn't in a room with her first.
Yeah. But okay, that's the thing, is that's why they didn't want to say it to you, because they saw that you went in with Jay first.
Gotcha.
So they didn't want to bring it up, but that was the other name that was being tossed, was Jay.
Okay. Is it so Jay?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like they're trying to get, because they don't know, people that don't want Ryan out are trying to get Jay.
Okay.
Your name.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna keep moving so they don't get shady.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
I want blood on all of them though.
It's gonna be either Bill or Jay. I feel like. Which one do we want to do?
Bill
like
is more
Jay's
with
one.
us than Jay is. So
And
I think so,
just
too.
received
Okay.
word that Garrett gave his.
She doesn't
half
know. She
compass
thinks it's
to
Bill.
Okay.
So Bill is now sitting on 2
Oh, wow.
half
Okay.
compasses.
So,
All right, we have 2
And
minutes.
it looks
so-
like Bill and Jay are the two names
So
coming
Ga-
off as these three were saying.
Yeah, I mean that
Where
puts
did-
Jay in a lot of trouble here.
and
with
in the lake right now.
I know.
Oh, okay,
But
that's
I-
fine. I just didn't know how many there were.
I already have the other half.
Nice.
Yo, Bill, let's go.
Perfect.
Do I need to? It sounds like I need to play it.
No.
I think you're good. They're gonna vote.
Shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
This is gonna blow up Garrett's plans a bit because he's desperately trying to get one of the other 4 out.
Yeah.
So the two who were gunning for me, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Garrett
mean, full
is
disclosure,
over
I
here
did vote for you last
confirming that
vote,
they're
Ryan,
going to vote Bill,
mainly
which
just
is
'cause
interesting because he just gave his half compass to Bill.
It didn't make sense for me
He's
to
trying
vote
to get
Carl,
them to
but I
vote
had a
Bill
feeling it
so
wasn't
Bill
gonna work
can
anyways.
So Bill
come
can
us
one
out.
side.
Honestly, that's cool.
I love it. I love the way Garrett plays.
Same,
it's
but
the
it
best
doesn't
I
look
could
like
do
it's
at
gonna
this
work.
point, But
No,
I
that's
don't
not
know
looking
if
at
Bill
me.
voted for you too. I don't honestly know what the third vote was, but
Oh,
just
I
wanted to give you a heads
I
up.
honestly didn't think it was you. I thought it was Carl, Bill, Jay.
Yeah, no, I did. I just, for me, the name Carl was thrown out for my game. It just makes no sense, and you're the only other name, so that's why.
No,
Like I said, I didn't throw your name out, but I was just like, I guess.
Ryan's
Me and
like
Keith coming together.
relations last time, like on y'all's teams.
You mean this particular game, right?
Yeah, this particular game, like when y'all were on your separate team.
Well, when the very first time we went to shelter, there were
surprised
4 of us
Trey
that
is
got
willing to go along with
into
this vote.
one room that had 4 was the majority room, and Ryan and myself and Garrett and Trey, I think. And we were trying to keep that strong, but I felt like there were a couple people ganging up on, going back and forth between Ryan and Blake. Who else? Blake? Garrett.
Garrett. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I feel like the 2 of them were going like saying each other's names though. So
Have cross folks, head on over, please. Let's do that.
Okay.
all right.
Welcome back, Equinox, to our third crossroads of the rendezvous. All right. Getting to the nitty gritty. 8 is an interesting number. 8 is always an interesting number in this game. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. Let's start with Ryan. Ryan, you got to the very end there, and then it was just a matter of what happened. You forgot the R in Austria, and then, yeah. Tell us what happened.
I was wondering why you wanted to see my board. Like I'm gonna look really dumb on the stream because I definitely smirked when I saw it. I was, oh, this is got it. And nope.
And then the tiebreaker wasn't really working for you, huh?
I should have looked at Garrett's screen and see what he was writing. I didn't even think of it, but no, he did good. I'm impressed. I thought that I had it in the bag, and that's Survivor. You never know.
Yeah, this is true. This is very, very true. Trey, I'm going to come to you. I want to dive in. You know, you've been exempt, of course, now for 2 in a row. You're not exempt this time. Are you nervous at all?
Yeah, I have a good feeling I may catch some votes just from that. I am a little nervous. This is one of I think I've been eligible to be voted out twice this whole time, which is kind of insane. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I realize I shouldn't have said that out loud. So yeah, it's scary, especially in a rendezvous like final 8 scenario. Yeah, it's tense. It's tense.
Yeah. Bill, I kind of want to know, especially somebody who I think has played at least with everybody here, because it was just Carl that you didn't really play with at least some point. Are we starting to see numbers coalesce at all, or is this just going to be one close to unanimous vote over the next?
I think we're at the very beginning stages of seeing numbers try to coalesce. It's difficult because you seem to be hearing different names every single round. So we're still sort of in the scramble stage, but I mean, by this late in the game, you've got to hope at least you've got enough connections that you've got the trust cluster in someone's words. I forget who that was.
The trust cluster. I like that. I like that. Denise, you scrambling?
Sorry?
Are you scrambling? Bill mentioned scrambling.
I feel like everybody kind of is. And just trying to scramble and make sure that it's not your name that is coming out of everybody's mouth, really. You'd be kind of crazy not to scramble.
Yeah. So in creating this game, we went in with the idea of half compasses. Garrett, what's your assessment of those? It almost feels as though they're not as quote unquote in your face as some of the other advantages. Are you feeling their presence? Are we not feeling their presence? What is your take on the half compasses and how to use them as you navigate, or just navigate them as you navigate the game?
Yeah, I don't put too much thought into it. I just can't stress on that. We got 5-10 minutes. Like, I just can't be dealing with half compasses and compasses. Honestly, for my game, typically a good giveaway of somebody you want to work with is when somebody's like, oh, what if they have a compass though? It's like, okay, but like we don't have much time here. So the fact that you're bringing that up as a reason not to vote someone is just usually kind of like, okay, well, you don't want that person. Please.
Well, I wasn't necessarily bringing it up as a reason not to vote someone. I was just wondering about, from a gameplay perspective, Jamie, are you thinking at all about half compasses versus like your full-fledged, there's a compass out there and it's hidden somewhere, like I feel like we normally do around here?
I mean, of course I'm thinking about it. I keep being surprised by the people who have them. So, but kind of like what Garrett's saying, at some point you have to just go with your gut, and if somebody plays something that you weren't expecting, it's a toss up in the air. So
yeah,
I know I can find shit. I mean, sorry.
That's it.
That was my one. So more power to whoever came.
Katie, what's new?
What's new? That's what you're asking me now. That's not going to get me to answer the question differently.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Give me something.
Chocolate chip cookie dough, obviously.
Are we, Carl said it before about last night being last night and tonight being tonight. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What has transferred over? Is there anything that you're like, no, that's so last night? Have you made any, talk to us about the difference between last night and tonight?
I mean, well, the difference between last night and tonight was last night we were two parties and now we're one, and we're rendezvoused, and it's an individual game and you're just got to move yourself forward as best you can.
And I'd ask how you felt last night versus tonight, but I know the answer's going to be nervous. So there you go. That's fine. I'll skip that. Keith, how you doing? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Are you having fun? Is this, Keith, we've seen you play a long form Survivor. We've seen you play a long form Big Brother. Is this your first mini?
This is my first mini.
How does it compare?
It's like, because it's so fast, it's like trying to find that dynamic, that thin line between wanting to say a name, saying a name too soon, and then like people not trusting you because you didn't say a name. So it's just really hard to, analyze who you can trust and how do you gain trust from them.
Interesting. Tell you what, I'm going to let the votes speak for themselves. Does anybody have anything to say before we head on over to them? I'll take that as a no. Do me a favor. Send me the name of the person you would like to vote out of this Equinox party. All right. If anybody has any hidden advantages, etc., they would like to play, now is your time to do so. Okay, I'll go ahead and read the votes.
On to it.
First vote is for Katie.
And he's smiling.
Second vote is for Jay. Third vote is for Katie. Fourth vote is for Jamie. That's 2 votes Katie, 2 votes Jamie.
Yeah.
Fifth vote is for Jamie. Sixth vote is for Jamie. 7 vote. Guys, you break my heart every time. Jamie, your time has come. I'm so sorry. Do you have anything to say on your way out?
Shortcut in her pocket.
Well, first you got to unmute. I know.
You got me.
Yeah.
Walking away with something in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You know, I trusted a couple of people too much, I think. I'm not going to blow up their games though. So good luck, everybody.
Stick around. I'll talk to you. I don't know if I can confirm nor deny, but who do you think voted along with you?
Keith? No. Garrett? I don't know. I'm totally at a loss right now.
So you didn't see coming. You're
blindside. It looks like.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if I had any guess, I would have walked out with my shortcut.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you had no inclination because yeah.
I didn't figure I was on anybody's radar just because I'm not a big threat. I don't know why no one's,
Yeah.
So who was it?
These majority votes are I guess there's a 6 happening, which is very interesting. I don't really know.
Garrett's not going to be a happy camper.
Well, yeah. Garrett's been saying that he's like, yeah, there's brother connection, so we got to get Katie out. And what sucks is I was with Garrett from the first minute, so I'm hoping that he didn't write my name down. But considering there were at least 5, I'm guessing that that's the case.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yep, and we will see you later at the final ascent, where maybe you'll find out before then, maybe you'll find out later. Who knows? But stick around. Love you much, Jamie. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you, Anthony.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, folks. It is time for story time. And this time, your story time is with rope cutting. So here's how this is going to work. A story will be read to the players. Questions pertaining to the story will then be asked, testing players' ability to recall details of said story. When a player gets a question right, they may chop one of another player's 3 ropes. And I'll have a document ready to go for that I'll stream for you. The last explorer to have any ropes unchopped wins exemption. And that's that. Any questions? All right. I will read you this story.
Anthony?
Denise,
can I make notes of this story while you read?
I'm so glad you asked. You've got to keep your hands up. I got to see your hands. Yep.
Yeah,
there you go. All right. Here we go. All right. Ready? Here we go. A new study on one of the most important remaining artifacts from the Aztec Empire, a 24-ton basalt calendar stone known as the Piedra del Sol, interprets the stone's central image as the death of the sun god Tenochtitlan during an eclipse, an event Aztecs believed would lead to global apocalypse accompanied by earthquakes. Many scientists believe that the heart of the stone to be the face of Tenochtitlan, atop which Aztecs offered human sacrifices to stave off the end of the world. Researcher Susan Milbrath, a Latin American art and archaeology curator at the Florida Museum of Natural History, offers the new, ominous interpretation of this symbol in the February print edition of the journal Mexicon. They did perhaps have a more foreboding look on their future than people in today's societies do, she said, but the Aztecs were more sophisticated in terms of astronomy than people realize. Evidence suggests the sun god's face was unpainted or colored black, representing the sun darkened during an eclipse. The Aztec Empire dominated much of present-day central Mexico from about 1325 until the 1520s, when the Spanish colonized the region, assimilating locals to live more like their European conquerors. The Spanish buried the 12-foot-wide Piedra del Sol, also known as the Calendar Stone, face down before it was uncovered in 1790. The stone, which was displayed in the main square of the Aztec capital Tenochtitlan in present-day Mexico City, was probably where the most treasured captives were sacrificed, Milbrath said. That almost made it like a stage for public ritual. The original stone is housed at the National Museum of Anthropology in Mexico City, But the Florida Museum of Natural History displays a full-size replica in the Dickinson Hall courtyard on the University of Florida campus. In addition, an 8-foot replica is on permanent display at Disney's Epcot Center. Milbrath said early cultures such as the Aztecs and Mayas tracked the sun's movements to predict future events such as weather patterns and astronomical cycles. It's quite natural for people to want to predict cycles, Susan Milbrath said. Once people started tracking both the sun and the moon and noticing the eclipses that occurred, it probably became central to their religion. Like other early Mexican societies, the Aztecs relied heavily on agriculture, growing maize, beans, and squash to sustain their population. But their dependence on the sun for agriculture was also accompanied by a belief that they had to feed the sun with the blood of human sacrifice to keep it alive. The Aztecs sacrificed a prisoner on the calendar stone on the date 4 Olin, the day they believed the world would end. The day repeats every 260 days in their calendar cycle. With succession of the cycle, another prisoner was sacrificed and the sun rose again the following day. Tenoria lived on. The priests, high in Aztec society chain of command, were responsible for charting astronomical phenomena, including the eclipse that would bring impending doom, Milbrath said. They very likely knew that no eclipse would come on 4 Olin during the height of the empire. Based on the Aztec calendar system, a solar eclipse would not fall on that date until the 21st century, she said. When they created their mythology, they made sure that 4 Olin would never occur with an eclipse in their world, she said. The possibility of purposeful manipulation should not be ignored. Using their astute knowledge of forecasting eclipses in this fashion was likely an effort to control people in their society by weaponizing fear. One of the most important features of the stone, Susan Milbrath said, may have been washed away over time. Paint. In commonly used images, including one displayed beside the original stone, the surface is colorful with a headdress and necklace adorned Tenoria depicted as a blue and red figure framed in yellow. These colors are often used in Aztec paintings of Tenoria as a living god, Milbrath said, but some evidence suggests the image of Tenoria may have been left unpainted or colored black, like the sun during a solar eclipse. Black was also used in another important eclipse image of the dying sun in another Central American codex. Tenoria's tongue, shown on the calendar stone as a knife sticking out of his mouth, was a common icon of death as well, she said. Surrounding Tenoria are claws clutching human hearts, alluding to an eclipse monster, the embodiment of eclipses in other Aztec paintings and drawings, and a circle of signs symbolizing the 260-day calendar used to predict agricultural cycles and future events. On the outermost ring, fire serpents, open-jawed snakes with flames on their bodies and starry snouts, represents a constellation closely associated with the sun in the dry season, when the sun's powerful rays were most brilliant, Milbrath said. The Aztec obsession with astronomy was not an anomaly, she said. Astronomy and religion have always been connected. It's just innate, because without electric lights, all you have to do at night is look up and see the vastness of the stars in the sky. Aztec people likely tried to defy and combat the forces they thought would destroy the sun during an eclipse when darkness covered the sun and harm could come to people, Milbrath said. Pregnant women stayed indoors because they thought their children would be born with horrible deformities, she said. Most of the details of how Aztecs dealt with solar eclipses are not well known, but they definitely did try to scare away the monster they thought was eating the sun. Milbrath said although human sacrifice was an important practice in Aztec culture, scientists should not overlook what they accomplished by being able to predict eclipses. I hope people have an appreciation of the Aztecs, not as some bloodthirsty population, she said. They probably killed a lot less people than we have in the 20th century through collective warfare. I'm afraid that warfare is endemic to our cultures. We're sacrificing people all the time in different ways, she continued. I'm not sure that we're more sophisticated than they were. All right, here we go. Question 1.
I'm not going to be able to answer any of these. It looked like a couple players were more...
Can you read that again?
Yeah,
we're paying a little bit better attention.
Please no.
You're muted, John.
Let's get this over with.
Too long, didn't listen.
Here we go. Question number 1. Which empire is the Piedra del Sol an artifact of? Which empire is the Piedra del Sol an artifact of? Please write your answer, and I'll tell you when to reveal.
I mean,
that's quite a long story. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone even gets any of these right.
Oh, it's going to be
tough. This one seems like a bit of a gimme, but I think that might be it.
Yeah, if it's Aztecs, it's definitely to make sure everyone
Thumbs
gets them on
up
the board.
from everybody except for Denise.
Yeah, right.
And Denise, all set?
I actually can't see the stream, but I'm sure I don't know the answer. So go ahead, Anthony.
Okay, the answer,
I didn't focus
let's
on
reveal
it.
in 3,
I always forget to do
2,
that.
1. The correct answer is the Aztecs. So everybody gets to cut a rope. We'll go alphabetical.
Hey.
Bill, whose rope would you like to cut?
Denise clearly
Well,
did not
everyone
pay attention
except
to the story.
Denise.
Gotta unmute.
So
I don't want to unmute.
They get to choose a player that they want to take out of the game.
Oh,
This is a tough one to have an exemption challenge as opposed to like some kind of reward.
Oh yeah.
I love you, dude, but Ryan.
Ryan. Okay, Garrett, give me a name.
This is definitely where targets are going to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like in the game, with this group, the way they've been going too, this is going to be very telling.
Katie. Okay, Katie, give me a name.
I'll return the favor.
There you go. Garrett, come
Not
back at
surprising.
you. Keith, give me a name.
I feel like you almost want to do someone that's already gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they can't get
add
you.
on as opposed to
Unmute, my
starting
friend.
a whole new target.
Or just someone who's not about to be able to
Oh,
return
my
the
bad.
favor.
Yeah,
Let's
that's true.
Let's do Bill.
Bill. Okay.
Bill.
It's all love.
That's all love.
Ryan.
I will return the favor to Bill as well.
All love.
Bill, you said? All right. And Trey.
And I'm gonna throw it on over to Garrett.
Garrett. Okay.
Okay, so Bill takes
All
2
right,
shots.
question
Garrett
number
takes
2.
2 shots. Ryan and Katie.
According to
only
the
taking
story,
1.
how many tons does the Piedra del Sol weigh? How many tons does the Piedra del Sol weigh?
10.
Give me a thumbs up when you have an answer.
Sure. The odds of me ever winning this
Thumbs up
challenge would be
from
about
Denise,
0.
Garrett,
Oh
Katie,
yeah,
and
I
Keith.
would.
We got Trey
We
waiting
did a
on
story
Ryan
time in
and
one of the
Bill.
seasons I played, and I don't even
Yeah,
remember getting any answers right.
All right, let's begin on 3, 2, and 1.
2, 240, 24, 2,700.
The correct
5.
answer was 24 tons. Keith, nicely done.
Oh, wow.
Give me a name.
Keith.
All right, Keith.
What does this look like?
And these rope cutting ones, you
Let's
almost don't want to get the answers
do,
right. Then you don't have to
Yeah.
point anyone out.
Yeah.
Let's do Trey.
Keep changing his
All
target.
right.
That's interesting.
Question number 3.
I would
What kind
stick
of
with someone who has a
rock
gun.
is the Piedra del
You already-
Sol made out of?
You already have
I mean, they
What kind
should
of rock
target
is the
Trey,
Piedra
though.
del
He's been a
Sol made out of?
challenge beast.
Yeah, this is one where you can actually make sure that he can't win it.
Yeah.
You want to give him one of these.
We have a thumbs up
when
from
he's been
Trey.
winning them all on his own.
Yup.
Thumbs up from Katie, Bill. Waiting, we got
Not
Keith.
surprisingly,
We
Denise
got
and
Garrett.
Keith still
That's everyone.
have not
Let's reveal in
been
3, 2, and 1.
chopped at all. They are both playing very low key.
Piedra del Sol
As
is
a
made out
pair, for the
of
most part.
basalt. Trey, congratulations. Nicely done. Give me a name.
I'm gonna return the favor to Keith.
Keith.
Oh, well, just
Like
as I say that.
everybody had rope
I know, that's the
cut so
danger
far,
in these
except for
rope
Denise, at
cutting
least one.
games.
Garrett and
You
Bill had
target
2.
someone, they target
All
you.
right, next question. What was
They always say
the
to
first
return the
name of
favor
the
as if the
researcher
reason
mentioned
is.
in the story?
I
What
mean,
was the
it's
first name
easier,
of the
right?
researcher
You're gonna be like,
mentioned
you know what? I
in the
just don't like
story?
this guy, Keith.
Yeah, that's not actually why
Yeah,
they're
thumbs
doing
up
it.
from Bill,
Yeah.
from Trey, from Garrett. Thumbs up from Denise. Waiting on Katie, Keith, and Ryan. Now just waiting
I
on
didn't even
Keith.
hear the question, but I'm just going to
Keith's
assume
got
I
a
don't
thumbs
know the
up.
answer.
3, 2, 1. Let's reveal.
Nicole, Susan,
The correct
Sarah.
answer is Susan. So we
Kennedy.
get names from Bill, Denise, Keith,
Oh, Denise
and
got
Trey.
one. Look at her. She's
Bill,
excited.
tell me who.
All about returning favors, so it's all love, Keith.
Keith.
Oh, chooses Keith.
Denise still is all
Denise?
3.
Yep, she's about to find an enemy here. I
Yeah.
think she accidentally came across her right answer on this one.
I was just so excited I got one. I don't want to do this part though.
She should take it someone who can't get her back.
do.
Yeah.
I think that would just be
someone.
Ryan here.
Ryan or Bill?
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's do Garrett.
Oh, Garrett was another choice, yeah.
So Garrett's out,
So you
right?
have Bill, Garrett,
Yeah.
and Keith
That
all have
takes
2
Garrett out,
ropes
yeah.
cut. You have none. Katie, Ryan, and Trey will have 1. Who did you say?
Oh, did he miss it?
Did you say
Sorry, I said Garrett.
Garrett? Okay,
Here
Garrett,
we
you
go.
are eliminated from this challenge.
He still
You
gets to
can
do this
turn
one
off.
though, right?
Sorry,
He still gets to
Garrett.
chop a rope.
Yeah, he should
Keith,
still get
can
the
you name?
chop.
Yeah.
Just to return the favor as well, I'll do Bill.
Bill, you have been eliminated from this challenge. You may turn your camera off. And Trey.
Did he skip Garrett? We should remind him.
And I will take out Keith.
All right, Keith, you can turn your camera off. That happened so fast, Keith. Just a moment ago, you didn't have any. Next question. In what year was the Piedra del Sol discovered and dug up? In what year was the Piedra del Sol discovered and dug up?
In what year?
You have a thumbs up from Trey.
1764.
Thumbs up from Ryan.
That can't be it. They're talking about hundreds of years ago now that I think about it.
Yeah.
That's how much I pay
Thumbs
attention. I
up
literally.
all right, let's reveal in 3, 2,
I don't even know
and
what
1.
century we're talking about.
Correct answer is 1790.
Oh my god, I wasn't
Oh,
that
you
far
weren't
off.
that
Denise.
far
You just
off.
had
I was pretty close.
Trey, who's it going to be?
Denise looks so lonely with all 3 of her ropes uncut, so I'll give one to her.
All right, there
Another
we
excuse
go.
that's not the
All
real
right,
reason.
everybody
Yeah.
who's left has 1 rope cut and 2 remaining. How many feet wide is the Piedra del Sol? How many feet wide
Like a
is the
lot,
Piedra
right?
del Sol?
73.
Right, thumbs up from Ryan
82.
and Trey. We got a thumbs up from Katie. Denise, you want to throw something down? There we go. Let's reveal 3, 2, and 1. The correct
12,
answer
8, 500,
is
100.
12. Congrats, Ryan.
Oh.
All
Who's
right,
it gonna
got it.
be?
Oh.
That's smaller than I thought.
Oh no. We all have 1 left. Or
You all correct.
Everyone with 2 left. Wow.
Yeah.
If I'm out of this game right now, I'm looking at this 4 a lot differently right now.
I will
Uh-huh.
go for Trey.
Trey.
Ooh.
I won't get another one right. Don't worry.
All right, here we go. Your next question.
I mean, that could
The
say to Trey
stone
that
was
he's number
displayed
4
on
in this
the main
alliance.
square of
It's a decent strategy at this point.
Tenochtitlan. I hope I'm getting that right. I really tried. In which present-day city does Tenochtitlan exist?
Mexico. That's not a city.
In which present-day city?
Mexico City.
does the ancient
There we go,
Aztec
Mexico
capital
City. That's my
exist?
guess.
We have a thumbs up from Trey. Thumbs up from Ryan. Waiting on Katie. Waiting on Denise. Thumbs up from Denise. Katie, waiting on you. Gonna give you 5 seconds, Katie. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's reveal
Not
3, 2,
confident.
and 1. Correct answer is.
Oh.
We got Denise.
Ah,
Nothing? Oh, Mexico City. All right, gentlemen. Who's it going to be?
Hey, we nailed it.
Ryan, you first.
Teamwork.
Ryan, I just want to say I won't give you a tick if you keep me in.
Oh. Hmm.
Interesting.
I'll share the love. I will go with Denise.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Trey, do it.
Mm.
Hit Ryan's now.
To Ryan.
Yeah.
Denise.
Okay.
And now Trey gets to
Denise
go.
has her
Will
rope
he?
cut. Trey?
That'd be good.
Nah, he'll go for
Who's
Katie,
it
I
going to
think.
be?
I'll go with Denise as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Out of this challenge. You can
Put her
Bump
out.
her right out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right,
All
down
right.
to
We've got
3.
Katie, Ryan, and Trey remaining. All right, here we go. Name 2 of the 3 crops that the article mentions which Aztecs grew in an effort to sustain their population. Name 2 of the 3
I feel like
crops that the
Katie's
article
better at this
mentions
challenge
which the
than she's
Aztecs
letting
grew in an effort to sustain
How
their
many has she
population.
answered correctly? Not many. She is staying out of this. Smart.
Specifically.
Or she just drifted off during the
Or potentially.
storytelling.
We've got Katie.
Maybe I'm
we've got
giving her
Trey,
too much
we're waiting on
credit.
Ryan. All right, let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so
Corn and wheat.
the answer was
Oh,
maize,
you said maize.
beans, and squash. With that being said, Trey, you've got
Trey got
squash
it.
and beans.
Yeah.
Give me a name, my friend.
You got most of it. That's good enough.
Got squash and beans. I'll do Katie.
All right, Katie.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. Next question.
Clear the little alliance form there. between
Currently,
Ryan and Trey
the
in
original
challenge.
Piedra del Sol is housed
Ryan
in
did
Mexico City
Get Trey once.
at the National Museum of
Yeah.
what?
And then Trey made the
Currently,
deal with him
the
not to
original
cut him
Piedra
again.
del Sol is housed in
Sure.
Mexico City at the National Museum of what?
National Museum.
Thumbs
of
up from Katie.
Oh, I can't even say the word. Archiculture.
Agriculture, archaeology.
I think we're going
All
with
of
the
them.
agriculture.
Both of
one.
those.
That's the one.
From
The first
Trey?
one.
Thumbs up from Ryan. Let's reveal in 3, 2,
So it wasn't
1.
that I couldn't say the word, is that I didn't know what the word was.
Correct answer is anthropology. Nobody got that
Oh
one.
my god!
Here we go. Next question. Which college
Would you
campus
count it?
displays a full-size replica of the Piedra del Sol?
I did great at
Which
this.
college
Generous.
campus displays a full-size replica of the Piedra del Sol?
Yeah, I wonder if Anthony would have gave that to me.
Thumbs up from Ryan.
It depends how close the spelling was.
Ooh, that would have been dicey.
Thumbs up from Trey. Just waiting on Katie. And we got a thumbs up there. Let's reveal in 3, 2, and 1.
University of Florida.
The
Florida
correct
State.
answer
It was just Florida, I think,
is the
right?
University of Florida. Florida
Yeah.
State is different. Sorry, Trey. So
Katie
Katie,
gets it.
give me a name.
Ryan got it too.
Yeah.
How was that right? That was a random guess. I can't recall anything.
Well, Katie has to take out Ryan here, otherwise she
I'm gonna take
loses.
out Trey
Oh wow.
because Ryan's just gonna take me out anyway. So
She might have just not wanted
Right?
Trey to win.
Ryan,
Yeah.
the only person who can take
I'm
out.
Trey.
Ryan,
I feel like that's a shot.
congratulations. You are
She
exempt.
gave up her own
You
game
are
there to
exempt.
take him out.
Everybody, it's 6:41. I'll have until 6.
Really
Ryan,
interested to
Ryan
see
would
if
have
she
had the
targets Trey
choice.
here.
Shelter.
Ryan would have the
Off you
choice,
go.
Trey or
See you at
Katie, but she
6:50.
took that away from him.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Really did not want Trey to win that.
You know.
No. I wonder if Trey is going to pick up on that and use that here. Should be a fun round here. Let's jump in.
Good work, Ryan.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
Um,
I gave up. I took a nap while he was telling the story.
Yeah, I gave up.
I'm so
I got
bad
it
at
here.
recalling information.
So
like
one
that, and
interesting
it was
thing
so
about
long.
Ryan winning this
That was way
exemption
too
now
long.
is he has 2 half compasses that expire at the final 6. So if he wants to,
Fine.
he's guaranteed final 5 right now.
Oh wow.
Hey,
And he's a
Ryan, my
steal vote
apologies
at
for
five.
hitting
That's
you
good for
first.
final
It was
five,
the
so
very first
you can
hit,
use that
and I
in his
didn't know where
favor,
people
too.
were going, and I
So basically, unless they can
basically
unanimously get against him in Final 5,
He could be final 4.
he should be in the Final 4.
Yeah,
and that
Ryan.
was.
Yeah, very good spot.
All love, Bill. No
Lots of advantages
Okay.
out there. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even want to spill the tea on the advantages because I think it's going to be a lot of fun when these start popping
Yeah,
out.
we may get some wild crossroads coming up.
Yeah.
The longer they don't use them.
Okay, wait. High key, I like
So,
this. I like
Bill
this.
Garrett and Trey
Yes.
just jumped into
Yeah,
the
for
ring
real.
here.
This is my floor.
So
just came in. No clue.
Can we get a name before people start splitting off?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Who do I
Do you think Garrett has anything?
I don't think Bill has anything.
I don't think Bill or Gary have anything. I think Trey has something. Well, Trey has the advantage.
Bill might be the safer vote.
Okay, I'm down.
Bill?
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what I'm trying to come
I'm pretty.
to a
Wait,
quick
I'm pretty sure Bill's gonna
conclusion
throw my name because
Yeah,
I
let's see if it sticks.
just wrote. But whatever.
Because things change so frequently here.
here. Yeah, let's see what Bill Garrett and Trey are doing.
And
It wasn't
I got-
that. It's literally like those 4 are not voting each other out, guys. Like that's actually happening.
I
Like
think-
that's actually happening.
I think that's definitely right.
This 3 field on the bottom.
But yeah, no, and so what do we go?
I think it's gonna be probably me or Bill on this vote. I don't think they're gonna vote Trey. And so
Well, wait, how many are we at?
we'll have to see where it goes. I'm not sure. 7.
So we would have 4-3.
Yeah.
Can we pick a name and try to push someone else?
I think Bill right now is
The biggest thing that we can push
the
is
last
that
Crossroads.
I think
And Trey probably is too.
technically would be. I mean, it's up to you what you all think, but I think Keith is technically the biggest threat of the 4. So we could push to
Okay.
Keith that hey, you are 4 out of 4, and maybe you should try to make sure you're 3 out of 3. And we can maybe pitch that
Right.
by taking out
Okay.
either. Well, it would have to be Katie technically because I don't think he'd vote. But I don't think he'd vote any of them, guys. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you all. Like they're not gonna vote each other.
Okay,
These
no.
seem to be very.
Do you wanna do Keith?
very sure.
Talk to
that those
Keith,
four
but
are
let's
together.
like push the name.
Good read.
Katie or Denise, I guess. But
Okay.
that's,
Okay.
I think I'd only.
I mean,
threat.
these four aren't hiding
I'll-
it; they're staying together.
I'll
see.
have a soft vote on Katie. Actually, hard vote. I'll vote for Katie.
Okay.
It's up to you, man. I know you have an idea with Denise. I just don't think it's gonna work, dude. I think you're in this tough spot.
You telling me that?
Okay.
I agree. I agree.
Let's do that name, but time's ticking.
Okay. You bet.
It's interesting. So these guys, I mean, they have some tools.
Yeah,
they do, but it really makes the J vote.
I'm gonna keep moving. I'm
come
gonna
into
the
question.
Yes.
I'm gonna see
Mark down.
Yeah, maybe
We
a
need
little
to
bit
feed
too
them.
quick to
Okay.
jump on that
Denise went.
J vote.
So
What name are we gonna try to feed them?
I don't know.
Let's see. Denise and Garrett coming together.
I get it. It's between like me or Bill at this point. I know you all are a solid group. You, Katie, and Keith. So I get it.
You say solid, but I can be moved around.
You say that, but we know that ain't happening. We know that ain't happening. That's cute, but that's not happening.
Hey, I'm not with all of them.
No, you might not be with Ryan, but I mean, you played this game with Keith,
Well,
and
Keith
Katie
and-
since the beginning.
not
So like,
Katie.
I don't know why
I
you
don't
would turn
know.
on them.
Keith and Katie have been working together. I don't know Katie as well as Keith does. But
Yeah, but haven't you three been together since the beginning? Didn't you swap together too?
yeah. Yeah, we've been on the same track.
Yeah, we know how this game works. If you swap together, come on now. I wasn't born yesterday.
You might spice it up, have some fun, there's little things we could do
No,
here. I
I
don't
get
know.
you. My pitch is Katie. It's the same pitch I've been pitching this whole game, that we need to make sure the threats stay in. So I'm voting Katie. You all can do whatever you all think is right, but I think that you might find that you run out of space with me. It's up to you all.
Okay. Right now, okay. Let me see. Let me go talk to, where's everybody else?
I don't know. I'm going back
Ooh, let's
to
talk to Trey.
I'm hearing that people have heard me,
I heard Garrett.
Garrett.
I heard you in consideration, but I heard Garrett.
Okay.
Yeah, that at this point, like that's what I'm just gonna be doing.
Okay, because I heard you from Garrett as well.
You heard who?
You
You heard me?
from Garrett.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, cool to know. Cool to
Okay.
know. Awesome.
Okay.
Oh wow, he jumped right into a conversation with Gary here.
Garrett, you want to be by fire?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Where's is fire available?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Oh, I'm not changing my vote, but apparently they're probably going to be doing me.
Trey and
Okay,
Denise
so
are
Trey-
probably going for Katie.
Do you think
And
Denise
you
would go
saying-
along with
I don't
that?
think so.
Oh, I heard my name.
She needs to separate herself from this pack
Really?
somehow.
I
heard
said that I wanted to.
Said it.
Oh,
So-
interesting.
Okay, they must have misheard me if that's what they
Nope.
threw out, because I said I wanted to
What's
work
been
with
so
you.
interesting to me this whole time is people are all coming to Trey with information.
Yeah.
So
I
I
heard
heard why
my
they
name.
would have said that.
Bill told me that you said my name.
I said I want to work with. Oh my gosh! I literally said, bro, we need to pick Keith because he's the biggest threat. So he's 4 out of 4 once it comes down to it. And then I was like, let's pick Keith, and I would like Katie out of the people that are out there. I straight up, I understand the confusion, but straight up, that's why I don't know why they said that.
Okay. I would need to talk
like
to Okay. I would need to talk to Bill.
you need to move around. Yeah, because I think what's gonna happen is once I'm out, you're out. That's
Okay. Got you.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the time they're not saying your name, Ryan.
So what Trey had mentioned to Bill, which is an interesting strategy, is
yeah,
for the two of them to
so
try to get
Garrett-
a unanimous
Bill
vote
told
onto
me that-
Garrett, and then to have both of them use their compasses the next round to get out one of the 4.
You, Keith, because I feel like you're the biggest threat out of those 4.
Oh, Trey just told Bill
Oh.
play his compass.
So-
Vote out Katie.
So I don't know. I'm still.
Oh, wow.
Name, so
Trey's
didn't
got
tell
a
you
few
my name?
options available. to
no,
him.
Garrett told
Thanks
me
for telling me.
Katie.
Okay, yeah, he told me Katie too. So I feel like Bill must have probably actually got it messed up.
Got it.
But yeah, I'm still down.
Wow.
Okay.
So Garrett's being
I'm down
honest
with
with
it.
Katie and just basically saying,
Bill thinks I'm
going
sus
for
anyway.
you, Keith or Denise.
I know he gave me a cut. How rude.
Let's
Think,
watch
like,
that.
I mean,
it's a
I know
solid
Eric
three.
heard it once.
We're at 7 at this point, so like I gotta go.
Will Ryan play as compass for Katie
That's-
though? They seem to be a close duo.
Okay, what's
She's
up?
the one that gave him the half
Okay,
compass.
what did you
Will
say to
will
Bill?
back the favor.
We
if
good.
he gets wind of this.
I think-
Okay, I'm good
He
with you,
could,
right?
but
Like,
I
you're
mean,
not gonna
he's
turn on
Yeah, yeah, we're not
almost
doing
guaranteed
it. Yeah,
final
don't worry about
four
it.
at this point
Two
with
by
the book
fire.
seal too.
Okay.
So
You don't
I
want to
think
lose that.
I think he might, but I don't think he should.
Yeah.
3 of us. Just the 3 of us.
Yeah, my plan's still.
Katie and Keith coming
Garrett
in.
just called us out. He said he's voting for one of us because me, you, and Denise are tight 3, and we're at 7.
Okay. Yeah, Garrett told me your
Garrett
name.
is
He told
just,
Denise
like,
your
not
name as
holding
well.
back at this point.
But I think we're good with Ryan. I think we're still going to be good on Bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I could tell.
I told Garrett and Trey, or I told Trey and Bill Garrett.
This is Katie.
Okay, good. Okay, same. What else happened? Oh, Bill told me that Garrett said my name, and then I talked to Garrett, and Garrett's like, "No, I said Keith is the biggest threat out of those.
Keith gets
Out
so
of
jumpy
them.
when
Like
he
we
hears
should
his
work
name.
with him." So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Garrett already voted for me last round, so it's not like I trust him.
It's probably going to be me or you from them. But
I
as
know.
long as we're good with Ryan, we should be good.
And we're doing Bill.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, you seem to be, you're on top of the world this time.
Am I? I've heard the same names you just mentioned.
I think Ryan's just here to
Hey,
babysit them and make sure
Ryan,
they
do you
can't
want
put
to
a
chat
plan
by the
together.
lake?
Yeah.
The lake.
Or by the fire?
There's a,
By the
there's a
fire?
couple players
Yeah,
lurking
sure.
here. Oh.
Okay, Garrett,
Yeah, are they voting me?
vote Katie.
You think it's gonna
Just
be Katie?
as Katie comes in the room,
It might be, because that's another
Bill
Katie.
tells
I'm hearing
Garrett
your
vote
name,
Katie.
too.
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing it too.
That's
So
so
I
awkward.
already got votes last round.
Denise
Are
is
they
telling
all
Keith
three of
she's
our
going to
names?
flip on the
Three
picture.
people here. It's between us 3.
We can't do that, Denise. They're saying my
I
name.
know, but not like right now, like this second. But
Oh.
one of them has like this
Oh.
round and the next round. I feel like one of them has to go.
But Denise is
I'm
not
down with that.
nearly as
That's
tight
fine
with
with
that
me.
4 as I thought.
Okay. Okay.
No, she's
Let's just
ready
say that-
to work.
Okay.
What?
I said let's just stay in contact.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is true.
100%.
Trey
No,
is all
I'm
of a sudden
still
in a
as
great
long as
position,
you're.
kind of in the middle.
Come on, can you imagine if we both went like finals?
Going to be either of them. I don't think there's any, like, from what I understand, Bill is relatively new to Discord.
Crossroads.
Oh.
Brilliant. Thank you.
On our way to Crossroads,
You got my word.
this is gonna be a fun one because this is where the line is gonna be drawn. There seems to be a 4 versus a 3 going
Time for
on.
Crossroads.
We have
Time for
Katie,
Crossroads.
Denise, Keith, and Ryan versus Garrett, Bill, and Trey. Trey is floating in the middle, like Daniel just mentioned. With all the advantages that are in play, I mean, just about anything can happen here. So let's throw things over to Anthony and come back after the vote.
Jonathan.
That's me. You take it away, sir.
Thank you, Jonathan. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. That was kind of a doozy. What was more difficult? Bill, was it remembering the facts or was it trying to pick people?
Well, actually, for me, trying to pick people was easy. Going first, I had no clue, so I basically eeny, meeny, miny, moed everybody's screens. So yes, remembering was much harder. Although I knew, maybe it's just nervous energy. I knew all of the questions after I got my third rope touch.
Of course.
Of course.
Right? All right, Denise, we are at an odd number. We are at 7. Interesting number again, because the odd numbers can't really tie unless it's a 2-2-1, maybe a 3-3-1, or a 2-2-2-1. Are you finding a 4 and 3? Are you seeing that there's groups happening here? Are you not? It doesn't seem like, it's, if I had to guess, the past few votes have been, a big majority versus a small minority, and they've all been 6 people. So I'm curious to see what you think of that 6. Is it still strong? Are you even part of that 6? What's happening there?
So in my mind, especially in this game, especially with minis, I never feel like big groups of people, like 6 or 7s or whoever they are ever really the same people over and over again. I feel like it changes so quickly in minis that you see people kind of grouping together, but it's usually in smaller groups, and then those small groups kind of combine together to make an out, and then they go back to get out again. That's in my opinion, anyways. I could be completely wrong, and I could be just not part of that 6 for all I know.
I feel like you're smirking. You want to respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, she said that people work in smaller groups, and I think she nailed it on the head because there's a clear small group that's working together of Keith, Denise, and Katie. And I mean, don't even give me that look, Denise. You all have been playing the game since the beginning. You all have been together since the beginning, and apparently Keith and Denise have played another game together. So like, there's definitely a strong 3 here. Katie's not going to be voting Denise or Keith anytime soon. So good luck with whoever is in the remaining 3 when come final 6, because that's a solid 3 that you got to deal with.
That's a pretty incendiary accusation. Katie, do you want to respond to that? I know you're nervous, but you got to go beyond that.
This is not new. He already pretty much said that, and I'm pretty sure he's just planning to vote me again, just like last round. So, like, I have right to be nervous. I've definitely heard my name. I don't feel good this round at all.
All right. Keith, you want to respond? I know your name was thrown out there. I'll give you that opportunity.
Yeah, I do want to respond because I felt there's a lot of dysfunction kind of everywhere. Because I even talked to Garrett and I told him that I heard that he was throwing my name around, and that's not to say that like I have a problem with Garrett, because like we were on the little switch up team switch before, and I felt good with Garrett. So it's just like that just shows that there's dysfunction a lot everywhere, and so I'm still trying to figure out okay what is true and what is not. And I don't have a problem with you, Garrett. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. That's completely not true. I legitimately said I wanted to work with Keith to vote out Katie. That's exactly my words. I don't know how they got flipped.
I do not. I
I
told you where it came from, but like I still don't have a problem with you. Like, yeah.
No, I get you.
All right, Trey, I'm going to come to you as you take a bite of your food. Perfect timing, right? Tell us about your assessment. You've got 7 here. Do you see it the same way as Garrett? Is there a 4 and a 3 that you see? Maybe not so much. Tell us.
I think I've heard rumblings of this tight group for a while now. I think I heard it even back when Harmony and Gabby were just getting voted out. So I think it's so difficult too at 7 to sit in a group of. Sorry, I'm swallowing. to sit in a group of like of 3 or 4, especially when usually these smaller games that end up with 16 players, there's only 2 people at the end. So you kind of got to look for the cracks somewhere, and find your way to final 2. And if you're in that group of 3 or 4, you might need to start looking elsewhere if you don't think you're going to make it.
Ryan, must be nice, huh?
Yes, I actually told everyone I kind of took a nap while you read your story, but osmosis, I kind of just absorbed the information, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. What is your take on the whole thing? What is your take on what we're saying? If I'm looking at this party right now, it feels like it's mostly perihelion. From earlier on. You seem to be the sole aphelion, or at least post-swap aphelion, pre and post. How are you feeling right now? Obviously, you're good exempt, but looking forward, how are you going to navigate this? And are you worried that those party lines might affect your game?
I think Garrett does bring up some points. Like Denise, Katie, and Keith have played most of the game together, if I'm right. But I mean, if you're right about me being the only original, like, I can't even say the tribe name or party name right.
Aphelion. That's it. Say
Aphelion.
Aphelion.
I think that me moving forward, that I'm kind of a free agent. Like, use me as a number. If people view me as a lone wolf, then hopefully I can convince someone to pick me up along the way.
All right. Well, that's everyone. Tell you what, I'm going to open up the floor. I feel like names have been thrown around. There have been numbers that have been thrown around. If anybody has anything to say, now is your time to do it.
Yeah, your boy's got something to say. I ain't done yet. I don't know if my name was out there, but I know that there's some shenanigans going on. So I'm going to use my shortcut and get the hell out of here.
That is correct. Garrett does have a shortcut. He will be turning his camera off, heading on back to the shelter. We'll see you in a little bit, Garrett.
Have fun.
All right. Anything else? Onward and upward.
Wait. I have a question. Okay, so wait, that means there's only 6 votes?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That changed things for you, Keith.
What'd you say?
Does that change things for you at all?
I'm just like, I know there's advantages still out there, and I felt like I talked with 4 people before, so like, should we like split this? Because I'm just like getting concerned now.
Anybody want to respond?
Anybody else want to join in? Like,
join in what?
Oh, okay, good, right. I'm just saying, like, do we want to split this between 2 people? Like,
we need more people to talk.
Can said people.
Hey, Trey.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. Hey, Will, what's going on, man?
Hey, Trey.
Hi.
You heard anything about a 4?
Wait, what's up? What'd you say, Bill?
You heard anything about a 4?
I haven't heard anything about a 4 quite yet, but I mean, we'll see.
Neither have I.
I mean, at this point,
I hate when people like send out an invite and actually accidentally put you on the list.
I feel like I'm not supposed to be here right now. You guys, here, Bill. Let's let him talk, and then we'll say our piece and yada yada.
Okay.
I mean, I'll say where I vote.
Okay. I was just gonna stick with the vote. Honestly, I really wish you. Like, I don't understand this at all.
I don't know why I did this either. Okay. I'll just stick with it as well. I'm so sorry. This is a lot. I've never done a mini before, Anthony. I don't know what's like appropriate, what's not.
All right. I don't know. All right. It sounds like you guys are ready to vote.
I have not did like a Survivor thing in months. I'm not used to this.
Welcome back, Keith. It's good time. Tell you what, it sounds like it's time for you all to vote. So send me the name of whoever it is that you plan on kicking out of this party. It's going to be an interesting one.
So Garrett leaves Crossroads and all hell breaks loose. Keith trying to form a plan in front of Trey and Bill. When he called for the 4, he was calling Ryan, Denise, and Katie. No doubt about that, right, guys?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This one can be wild. We saw one advantage. We know there's other advantages out there. Garrett was spooked, and we didn't really hear Garrett's name come up yet. But still, final 7. It's never a bad idea to guarantee yourself some safety.
Nope, those guys were talking about a compass. Whose hands it's in, I'm not as 100% sure. So Garrett leaving now leaves it available that they can use that compass on either Bill or potentially even Trey. Trey has been picking up advantages like crazy all game. Yeah. So who knows what's happening there. This should be interesting. I expect someone to...
Jonathan, tell me when you're ready.
If there's anything to be played here.
Yep.
We are as ready as we can be.
All right. If anybody has any advantages, etc., to use, now is your time to do so. If you would like to.
Already.
Hey, Anthony, how the hell are you?
Good. How you doing, Bill?
There we go.
I'm doing pretty good. I got this compass thing though that I think I want to give back to you.
Burning a hole in your pocket, huh?
Just a little bit.
Seems like it's a good time.
You do have 2 half compasses that are now a whole compass. Any votes against Bill will not count. Thank you, Bill. Anybody else before I read?
Hey, Bill, do you think I should play mine too?
Well, I don't know. Do you think... Well, okay, that's an honest question.
Yeah, that's a real honest question.
Bill was going to give an half-assed answer. He's like, wait a minute. He's being real.
Give you 5 seconds before the window's closed.
Yes.
You think I should?
Yes. Because I just don't know. I'm the name they were tossing around, but you're the threat.
Trey?
This is a huge decision. Let's not rush it.
You know what? And in the words of Danny, can't remember his last name. I'm gonna hold it.
Okay. That's Danny now, baby. He's talking about Danny now. And past Mini, this is a huge play by Trey. You know what? I totally understand his thinking.
Good.
He is super target, and that's not going
right.
away. Will this pay off?
Wait.
Anthony? I would like
to
play an idol on Kate.
Ryan is playing 2 half compasses for Katie.
Does that change Trey's mind?
Oh, you know what, Anthony? I'll just toss mine in the ring. We're throwing them all out there. Let's just get things done because I'm afraid of what comes next.
Any votes cast for?
This
Bill,
leaves just
Katie,
Denise
Trey.
and Keith
Anthony?
eligible for
Give me a
votes.
hot here.
What'd you say?
What is happening?
Oh my
Give me
god.
a second here.
Keith is getting Sue Reed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want to be in the mix of this. Yeah. I'm gonna play mine.
Oh.
Denise is exempt. Katie is exempt. Bill is exempt. Trey is exempt. Ryan is exempt. It doesn't matter what the votes happen. Keith, you have anything?
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Keith.
So sorry, Keith.
Oh my god.
My friend. You have
Got
been
to read out.
I got to
Ouch.
read. Are you freaking serious?
Ouch.
Wow.
No.
At 6 too. Well, now about to be
Well,
6.
it's 6 now, but yeah, it's 7.
Are you actually
Wow.
serious?
He's
Yeah.
serious. Garrett with the
What did you say on your
shortcut.
way out?
Anthony,
Bill with the
not my first
compass.
mini. Not
I
my
got
first.
nothing else. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry.
Ryan
As
is exempt.
Our favorite Jeffrey Pro says, I got nothing for you.
Everyone else plays
Wow.
a compass.
I don't even know what to say. I'm happy to have played. I'm still trying to collect myself. I really am happy to have played. Everybody's amazing players. I'm rooting for everyone, honestly. Can I watch? Is there a way to watch?
Yeah, we're going to put you on the jury. Do me a favor, stick around on your way out. This is something, huh?
Jury beside my name. Ew.
No votes. Well, maybe. I don't
Keith,
know.
I didn't know what to expect this vote,
Good game,
and I
Keith.
Oh, me and you are going to talk after this, Anthony. We're going to have a long talk.
Everybody else, it's time for a break. It's 7:05. We'll see you at 7:35. Turn those cameras.
Oh my, guys.
Time to use the restroom.
Let's try this second. Just happened.
Should we go to the shelter and turn everything off?
Go for it and just shut those cameras off. You got it.
Are you serious? Are you actually serious?
So many opportunities for these advantages to get played, and they all just come out in an absolute storm here. Oh my goodness!
I don't even know what to say.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
Bill is still here.
Bill. Goodbye. Thank you, whoever said that.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
So even if we did split the vote, I'm still going to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the votes didn't matter because everybody had something.
I don't even know what to say about that. I really don't even know what to say about that. I was always worried about all these advantages being out, and I got nothing.
And
What
now
do you even
we are
say?
out.
Keith plays a
We are
great
out.
game.
We are
There's
out.
literally nothing
I
wrong
don't know why I said we're
except
out. I
not
don't know what I
collecting
meant, but, like,
advantage
that's-
along the way.
I'm just as shocked as you are, to be honest with you. I
With
can't
these
believe
minis,
that.
you never know what to expect. This
Wait, I'm
is
confused. So
what-
Katie
It's not
and
even like he
Ryan
could have
combined
went out
one to make
hunting
one,
for
right?
things,
So why is
because for the
Ryan
most
not?
part, they were
Possession
randomly
of
assigned.
2 half
Oh,
compasses.
While Keith figures this
Use
out,
them
let's
on
jump
Keith.
over and let's do our.
So-
Let's close down
Let's
this part
close.
because this was a absolute crazy day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, I mean, what a crazy way to finish this day. I mean, Daniel, like, I don't even know like what to ask, what to say. Your comments.
Yeah.
My comments with the only person that was fun for was Ryan because he was sitting there with exemption. Everyone else was definitely miserable that entire time.
I mean, you have Trey there who thinks about it, and then he's like, you know what? I'm making the play. I'm not going to play it. And then all of a sudden, Ryan chimes in, and then Trey's like, oh, forget about that. Danny's a much better player than me. Shane, what are your thoughts?
That was wild. In my head, as I was kind of keeping track of all these advantages, I'm like, whoa, we could have a situation like this. But I didn't think it was going to happen. That's the thing.
Yeah, right before we went in there, we're doing the math, and we're like, wait a minute. One person could be very left out here, and unfortunately falls on Keith. But, I mean, what a capper to what it was a crazy day. I mean, we started off with the will vote. Will, unfortunately, you know, it's funny because with how fast this game moves, it ended up being the slowest player right off the top of the day. Daniel, do you think that it kind of, I mean, he mentioned some of the personal relationships coming in. first vote of the day, it does kind of make it a little bit easier to make it maybe someone who's not making as much noise, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just hard to gain a foothold. If he could have gone a little deeper, I think by then you've had a few people you've voted with a few times, but the rendezvous vote, unless it just goes along original party lines, is so random that I think personal relationships play a huge part in it. So I honestly think it's just unlucky for Will. I don't think he did much wrong.
Yeah, I think his name just came up for the first time at the wrong time, and it was right before the vote. Unfortunately, it caught some weight. 8-2 vote, the most votes actually we saw on any single player throughout the whole day. We didn't get any unanimous votes today. Carl, unfortunately, it was just his stop, wasn't it, Shane?
Yeah, he had a huge target coming in. I mean, we saw he was targeted yesterday, and he had some toys to play with, but he was just playing too hard and very strong. Like, he was playing really good, and they were smart to take him out, because if they didn't, he'd have a strong case in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he was starting to pull a little bit of a group together. Garrett and Bill vote along with him, I believe. I'm not 100% on that, but Garrett for sure voted along with him on this vote. Maybe Jay. It was either Jay or Bill, the other vote. So he was starting to get a little bit of steam. I think the other players rightfully got to Carl at the right time here. Got him a little bit out of the way. You think that would make the game a little bit quieter, but it didn't. It just sped things way up. The next vote where unfortunately Jamie is knocked out. Daniel, another one where names are just bouncing, and I think Jamie lost a little bit of control for the first time in the game, and it caught up to her, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think she just got a little too confident. I would say, back in my game, my biggest flaw, I think, was underestimating how much was going on that I wasn't privy to, and I think that something similar happened to her, where, your plan might not be the only plan that's out there, but at the same time, if she doesn't hear her name come up at all, is she really going to use a shortcut? So, it's easy for us to sit here and blame her for it, but I'm not convinced any of us do anything differently sitting in her spot.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's the problem sometimes with being in such a controlling spot, being kind of the leader, is when in Shane, it does pop up your name, no one's really quick to tell you because they all kind of think it's a good idea.
They think it's a good idea, or they're afraid of what you're going to do if they tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, she was controlling things, so if you tell the person in control of their names popping up, they can easily control a vote, and it could go on to you, and you don't want that. You might be allies with Jamie, but you're looking out for yourself. You're not looking out for her.
Absolutely. And then here in the final crossroads, it's funny because production-wise, we went against the grain, and we didn't tell everyone about the advantages, where they were, and who had them, and we weren't keeping everyone up to date. Even I think we lost a little bit of control. Then we get to this crossroads, and Ryan has exemption. We see Garrett's not feeling comfortable, rightfully so. Decides I'm gonna use my shortcut. I'm not gonna be Jamie on this one. I'm gonna get out of here. Bill uses his compass, as it was either Bill, Garrett, or Trey at that point. Trey's speech in hindsight is actually so hilarious because he was really mulling it over, really trying to decide what was he gonna do. Decides not to play his compass, which I'm assuming was the right play because Ryan right away is like, okay, I've got to keep my girl Katie safe. In which then Trey takes it down. Denise starts looking around and is like, wait a minute. You're safe. I guess I have to play mine. And I still don't think Keith realizes what happened there, as I don't even know who voted for who in that vote. Shane, if you know, then let us know.
He didn't read the votes.
I saw that info offline if you want. So
I don't know
exactly who voted for who, but it was going to be 4 votes for Bill and 2 votes for Katie.
Wow, so Trey
would have had a revote. Yeah.
Trey had a great read. It doesn't pay off because of all the compasses that eventually came out, but wow, Bill with a great compass play saves himself. Ryan with a great compass play saves himself. Just a phenomenal finish. We are setting up for a absolutely crazy final 6. The numbers have been reshuffled here, and it's anyone's game. Literally anyone's game going into this final 6. I can't think of a soft spot. Usually we would sit here and talk about who we think the front runners are, but we would just name all 6 people and talk for another 20 minutes, I think.
They each have their own mark they've left on the game, and I think they each have something on their resume.
Yeah.
They each have different resumes, but they have something there.
They all have an advantage play now.
That often.
Every single one of them has an advantage play on their books. So, I mean, Katie got one given to her, but I count that. If an evangelist played for you and was played right,
Well,
that's your play.
Yeah.
So
But the thing with that is Katie had given the half compass to Ryan, so it could have. So he kind of just returned the favor.
yeah, and Bill got his half compass from Garrett right before he left. So yeah, so a lot of allies helping each other out. It looks like we're in a game of pairs now. Denise just lost her pair, but her and Trey have a history and have been working together quite a bit throughout the game. Ryan and Katie clearly have become our pair. There is Ryan did not hesitate to play that on Katie instead of Keith or Denise. And then you've got Garrett and Bill who have been riding together. So 3 sets of pairs going into part 4. This is going to be fun. I can't wait. So let's close down part 3. We're going to get to see part 4 in an hour. You guys are going to have to wait a day. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. I want to thank my fellow commentators, Daniel Fleschner and Shane Burns, for joining me. I was Jonathan Dykes. This was Expedition Online. Piedra.